It's easy to stay in touch with JewelleryMaker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with JewelleryMaker.
To JewelleryMaker, it's the lovely lippy ladies.
I know.
I've only just realised looking at us like that.
Our,
what colour's yours called?
Oh, I don't know. It's something rose. I think yours. Do you know? I'm going to name yours.
Go on.
Flamenco red.
I like that.
Yes.
A lot. I was thinking more post box.
No, flamenco
Which
red.
actually sounds really weird.
Flamenco or mystery box red.
Oh, well, I'm glad you noticed that. Nobody knows what's in it, including me. But, well, my producer does. She put the thing in it. But should we have a little wriggle and see what we can deduce? Have you put anything in this yet? Oh, yeah. Oh. It's not a tool. It's not a tool. I know that. I also have just been told it's under £5.
Ooh.
If you've just tuned in, hello, welcome. My name is Rebecca Redican and we are joined by the gorgeous Fleur Hastings. Boy, today's show, your kits, we're very excited about. We had to do a Facebook Live about them, actually. We were that excited.
Yeah.
Give us a clue about the first one.
Well, sterling silver. Brand new.
Yeah.
Jump rings.
Brand new sterling silver jump rings and a fantastic set of it, including a kit with the best beryl. We both agreed with that we have seen
stunning.
by miles. I've got a chain avalanche coming up for you. If you don't know what a chain avalanche is, do not worry. I will explain all when we get onto it. That's going to be up for you in about 25 minutes, including a 3-meter chain.
Oh.
In fact, not 1, 3, 2. Not 1 3-meter chain, 2, 2, 3. Not 1 3-meter chain, 2 3-meter chains.
Yeah, easy for you to say.
Yeah, it is. So all of those are coming up for you. I've got magnetic silver glass, which I've not seen us do yet today. And I've also got, I'm going to be starting off the show with something oh so beautiful. This is one of the daintiest and most intricate of all of the Prince of Wales chains I have ever seen. What do you like about the Prince of Wales chain?
I like the texture. I think it's a beautiful texture chain. That gorgeous twist to it as well. I think it's just really beautiful. I like the length of this one as well.
No, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
It is.
What do you like about a 24-inch chain?
It's great for, I think that's great for the winter because when you've got your sort of like your chunky knits on and things like that, it's not being taken up or it's not getting lost in a jumper. It's quite a nice length, so you can have a nice weighted pendant on the end of it, or it looks beautiful just by itself because a lot of these chains are standalone necklaces, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Absolutely gorgeous.
They truly are. It is a wonderful standalone necklace which has got beauty that you're able to wear just as it is or with so much more. This is your sterling silver chain and today we're bringing it to you at a standout deal. £4.95 for 24 inches. This is going to sit so beautifully, as you say, over your heavy knits, over your chunky knitwear.
And do you find with the 24 inches where you can pop it over your head, you don't have to undo the clasp?
And I love a bit of lazy girl jewellery.
Yeah. Because sometimes you want a chain as well that's sort of like, it's at a certain length, but you can't get them done up. Whereas you either go for really short or really long, I find. And this for me is a great length.
It's something which, if you like a bit of easy do jewellery, my must-have today, your slider with the heart on it. And then soon after that, I'm going to do these gorgeous spaces. Now, the connectors, sorry. These I'm actually going to make available for pre-order. So this is your slider bracelet. You just finish off the beautiful design. If you want to get your pre-order, get yourself down to JewelleryMaker.com or get yourself on the free phone number. We have had the most spectacular day. We really, truly have. We've had brilliant kits with Linda and with Gemma this morning. We've had some fantastic, we've got some more fantastic kits to come. Grab your deals. I said to you this morning when I was on the morning show, you know, it's sterling silver weekend, but it really feels like sterling silver clearance weekend.
With our brand new jump rings and the toggle clasp from my second kit, that would make an amazing pendant, wouldn't it?
Yep.
That would be absolutely beautiful pendant.
£4.95 for that full piece of jewellery is incredible. I can't believe that is the toggle clasp.
Look, it's just, isn't it gorgeous?
Yeah.
It looks like it's a really vintage, beautiful diamond set, doesn't it? It's just absolutely gorgeous. I think that's a beautiful.
And we have done diamond clasps very much like it, haven't we?
We have, yeah. But, you know, with things like toggle bars and that, the toggle clasps, they really do open up lots of opportunities to go onto your chains.
Yeah. Well done to you all. Oh, you're a babe. Don't you like it when people bring you drinks and you didn't even ask? Tom, thank you very much. They're the best kind of friends, aren't they? Aren't they? Thanks. No problem, Pat. £4.95. What, someone just gets you a drink without you asking?
Yeah.
No, not really. No.
Never mind.
Unless it's like a water.
Yes.
Or unless you're like watching a, I don't know, like a movie. Yeah. And it's like, those guys over there have just sent you a drink. That doesn't happen to a group of people.
No, it doesn't. It's never happened to me.
Well, maybe we're hanging out in the wrong bars.
Maybe we are. Maybe we should go out.
Yeah, maybe sitting at the kitchen bar at home isn't as successful. Anyway, there's loads of you in. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yorkshire, County Antrim, Greater London, Bristol, West Yorkshire, Devon, Stratfordshire. Stratfordshire's not a place, but you know what I mean. Cornwall's in, Greater London and Manchester and Surrey and Cumbria and Cheshire and Glamorgan. You are all in and on this today. So a huge, huge, huge well done to you. By the way, if we've not met before, lovely to meet you, because I don't do that many late shows actually, although that's about to change. Ooh. This is my new shift. Yes, not my full-time new shift, but from next Wednesday I'll be doing late show, mid-show, late show, mid-show, late show, late show, mid-show. Oh. I'm so excited. I really am. It's going to be really cool. Anyway, yeah, if we've not met before, hi, how are you? My name's Becky. I am a crafter too. I'm a creative, I'm a crafter. So I love stuff like this, especially when we bring you bargains. Okay, don't forget my showcase is coming up for you in a bit. Let me bring to you something that I know you are going to adore. Crimp covers. Oh. Crimps. Sterling silver clasps. And
these are... Is this all one bundle?
80 pieces.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had to double check then. 80 pieces.
Everything there.
Do you want me to put on the backboard for you? Yeah, no probs. Tell us what and why you love these so much.
So wire guarding is a really great way of finishing off your beaded pieces or your pearl knotted pieces if you're using silk, because that little horseshoe shape protects your threading material against your clasp. But they're the things that we use. Everything here are the things that we always run out of first in a sterling silver findings pack. Yeah. We always run out of crimp covers first. We always run out of our crimps first. And we've all got those pieces of jewellery that we haven't got a clasp for. Right. So they go in the drawer of doom and they never get worn. They never get worn
to see the light of day.
But this collection here is amazing. I'm always trying to find crimp covers. They're the one thing that I run out of all the time because they make your pieces very, very professional.
They do. They give you such a lovely professional finish, and it genuinely, I think these are perfect. Obviously, pearl knotting experts such as yourself. Although I'm sure when you started,
wasn't an expert.
You did the same thing that I do, which is you do a knot, it doesn't go where you need it to. They're great for hiding mistakes.
Yeah, so if you make a mistake and one knot's not as close as you want it, pop a crimp cover over there, because added value in the sterling silver, you know, just even nobody knows it's covering up, you know, a knot that hasn't been as close as it needs to be, and it just makes that design pop. Well, you look at the pink, the beautiful pink gemstone there that's got silver spaces in between. You could do that kind of look.
Yeah.
With your
very
covers.
glamorous indeed.
That's
You're
gorgeous.
also going to be getting in here a 10-pack of the 8mm clasps. You have got the crimps themselves. You get noodles of those again, and pack 20 of the wire tips. Now, these wire tips are something which I know we are very, very excited about. And I have got some coming up by themselves later on. So what I will say is, if you are someone who needs to top up in your findings, grab this. If you need more Guardians or wire tips, you've got loads of those coming up in a bit. You've got a serious amount in here. And today, we're going to bring this to you at a very good...
I thought this would be about £40. My head nearly fell off there.
You looked like you'd just eaten a really dry cake, like it just taken all the moisture from your face.
That's incredible.
That is, I didn't know the price of this, to be honest.
Wow.
That is an incredible, incredible price point.
That's my shocked face.
Yeah, like it. Instant dehydration. £19.95. Fleur, I don't think you were the only one who was expecting this to be much more, because I've got loads and loads and loads of people coming in on this, which is zero surprise to me whatsoever. I mean, even if I just weigh the sterling silver clasps themselves, just the clasps are bang on 3 grams. Bang on 3 grams, just the clasps alone. Yeah. You're going to get even more than that when it comes to the crimp tubes and obviously the crimps themselves and everything else. 3 grams just on there. Yeah. So if I'm saying at the moment, if we manage to get a gram of sterling silver on air for about £4, that's a good price.
Yes.
So 3 times 4, already, you're not a million miles away on that price.
Not at all, and that's just one element.
Yeah, that's just one section.
That is fantastic, especially with the new sterling silver jump rings. I know I keep saying about these jump rings, but
they're coming up in that first kit.
They really are fantastic, and you do need your clasps for those, and your crimps as well, especially if you want to add gemstones.
A huge well done. We are going to move on from these just because so many of you are in for them. I forgot to ask you, what is your favourite thing about sterling silver, Fleur?
The lustre. It's my favourite metal of all time.
Yeah.
And I've worked with palladium not long ago, so I've now worked with all of them. I've been quite lucky.
Yeah.
And I was still back to sterling silver every single time. It's beautiful.
Amazing.
It's absolutely good. You saw it this morning how it can shine when it's nicely polished up.
Yeah.
It's the most reflective, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. 95% of
it
it goes back to the eye. Oh, and speaking of which...
Oh, that's beautiful.
That is so beautiful.
Very nice. Is it little flowers?
No, I would say they're like little butterflies. Wouldn't you? They're like little butterflies that you've got here. Do you think? Do you think so? What does it say? It just says filigree, but I think they look like little butterflies. I love this. It's so open, so it's going to be dead easy to add stuff to, isn't it?
Yeah, I bet you could seed bead, like thread some of those beautiful little, you know, the microfaceted beads.
Great idea.
There.
I'm just thinking on the 3 metres of chain, just to give you an idea of, you know, obviously you can make this how big you want, but because that is a fully soldered jump ring at the top, you can obviously, you know, add this onto even quite fine chain, can't you?
Yeah.
That looks so lovely.
I think you'd see that kind of design, you know, on the high street and in boutique jewellers, wouldn't you? It's that kind of, that's for me, is like a Christmas present, birthday present.
Totally.
Gift.
Yeah. I saw my mum last Friday. My mum lives in Spain, so I don't get to see her that often, but I went out for lunch with my mum and my sister. It was so nice. And yeah, I actually made a piece of jewellery for my mum, which was one of our 3D filigree hearts, popped it on a chain, one labradorite from the bottom, and she absolutely loved it. It's so elegant though, isn't it?
Very elegant. And I love the 3D nature to it as well. Like you see, the fact that you can see all the way through it.
Yeah.
So you go light can just really play with that sterling silver.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
£29.95 usually. You can't half the price of that. No, you can't. Just done it, she says. Lovely producer B Diddy is in with us this evening. You'll know B Diddy from usually on the other shift side, but also from this shift side. She's back with us this evening and giving you incredible deals. £14.95 today. When you started here 2 years ago, B Diddy, you wouldn't have done half price deals, I don't think. Mainly because you were a floor manager. I just thought, that makes sense. £14.95. This is a half price deal for what is just shy of 4 grams.
And the jump ring's quite a large jump ring, so you could do a seed beaded rope or kumihimo.
Nice idea.
Viking knit going through there.
Lovely idea. And with your chainmail from either side.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that'd be lovely. Really pretty.
We were both watching, what was it? Viva Rock Vegas this afternoon because we're children. But this has got that kind of almost animal print feel about it, actually.
Yeah, when we got really close, you could see all the sort of like wriggly lines, like you say, that animal print, which is huge again this year.
So big, yeah. New York Fashion Week and London Fashion Week, just loads and loads of prints everywhere for autumn, winter. You have got here £14.95, but I do have to move on because you are flooding in for these. Huge well done, because again, we don't get to see all things like this that often. Right, your crimp tubes or crimp beads. Now, we're about to offer you an opportunity to multi-purchase on these. We're going to give you a price on these whereby if you have only got, you know, yourself and a mate to make for over the next sort of 3 or 4 months, you probably only need 1 pack of these. But if you are getting prepared for fairs, workshops, commissions, if your mates are always saying to you, "Oh, I love that design, can I buy that off you?" whatever, I would definitely say multi-buy, because what we're about to do is a true PR opportunity. These are going to fly. 20 pieces of these. If you don't know how to use them, do not worry, because if you are brand new today and you make your first order, you will get 2 free gemstones worth $19.95, and you have the opportunity with this to get taught exactly how to use them, because you get shown it on the website. There's loads of you in already. I've got 50 available now. Your price point, £1.45.
Gosh.
£1.45.
That's amazing, because they're not only just crimp beads, they are spacer beads as well.
Of course they are.
So you could use them in between your spacers.
Of course they are.
You can use them, you know, in lots of different ways, and they're precious metal.
Proper sterling silver.
Yeah.
Not copper. And actually, you know, if I went to my local crafting store and saw them in copper, wouldn't be too far away in that price.
No, I was going to say that. If you saw them in base metal, you'd be snatching their hands off at that.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Really great, because again, we always run out of them. You know, and even if you've made a design and you want it sterling silver all the way through, to have everything sterling silver is what you're looking for. So you need these sterling silver.
I'm packing that up because they're going. They've gone.
Oh, one escaped.
I thought it was being dead snazzy then. I thought it was being
Just
dead
a cheeky
snazzy.
one. Cheeky one jumped out.
Cheeky little minion. The gold version. Did you miss out on the silver? Because I know a lot of you haven't. I'm sorry about that. We're doing the gold version now. I hardly ever bring you gold version of Crimps.
No.
It doesn't happen. We have got slightly more quantity, but they are still going to be extremely popular when you see the deal we're doing on these. So you were saying with those, it's important to keep it silver. Is it the same if you're doing gold plate?
Yeah, you want everything to be gold plated, you know, gold plated sterling silver that's in that design. But for me, even if you just threaded those onto some Eslon and just alternated the colours, gold and silver, you'd have a real high-end look of a bracelet.
Very pretty.
Which, you know, it hasn't broke the bank to make.
No, absolutely, especially when you see the price of these ones. Because today, again, £1.45. Please let me remind you, this has got the gold over the top. And also, you can, with that design you've just come up with them, you could finish off our must-have. Can you? Sorry, I don't know what that wasp thing was there.
Yeah, you could have a beautiful, like a Morse code bracelet.
Oh, I love the Morse code designs and bracelets and things.
They could be your dashes.
That's a lovely idea. Oh, there's loads of you in for these ones as well. Do grab them whilst you can. Oh, feel free to text us in today. What have you loved about today thus far?
Fred Flintstone's quite high up there.
Yeah, that was good.
I really liked me ham sandwich that I made myself.
Did you?
Yeah.
Give us the technique of a good ham sandwich.
Well, it was half a baguette that was left over from yesterday because I had, when all the kids went to school, I had a cheeky egg and bacon fry up.
Oh, on a hard baguette?
Yeah, and I bought myself a baguette.
That's very European.
I had to hide the evidence, so
yeah.
hid the other half of the baguette and had that when they were out again today.
Oh, that's good.
With ham and tomato.
I think so.Maybe the sort of stowaway bread was the secret ingredient. Let us know what you have absolutely loved about today and what I need you to just remember. We have got very low stock on certain things because that too is about to sell out. Now something which I am almost sure I've actually not brought to you this year by themselves. Could be wrong, but I can't remember them. Rose golds.
Oh, you could make a beautiful design with all three.
Yeah, of course you can. The rose gold qualities. 20 pieces of these. I love the rose gold. There's something quite sort of, you know, elegant about the rose gold. It's a lovely in-between colour.
Yeah, it's warm.
You and I are silver girls.
Yeah.
More than we would be gold girls.
Yeah.
But are you the same with me as saying that actually rose gold would be next in line?
Yes, yeah, rose gold, because I like the copper, that pinkish blush to this rose gold. So like, if you can't get it from the copper, then obviously this is more pinker than the copper.
Yeah.
But it works so gorgeous with certain gemstones as well, the rose gold. I think rose gold and silver are the most versatile, whereas yellow gold can sometimes be a little bit too harsh for some gemstones, or be just the right balance for certain gemstones. And that beautiful strand that's next to you.
This one.
What's that one?
Opalina.
I've never seen that before. I've never seen Opalina before.
You're going to like Opalina because you like, you know, you craze. Pardon?
£1.
Sorry, how much? How much was that, Adam, my love? Yeah, let me, I'm sorry, I can't hear. £1. £1 bargain basement deal for you today. That is £1. Rose gold, sterling silver, they are flying out the door. I didn't expect that price point.
So for under £10 you can get all three. What's a reel of Essilon? A couple of pounds?
Yeah, let's say £5.
Lots of little bracelets, Christmas presents.
Pound.
For £1. And you'd only use 2 of each colour, or even like 7 of the same colour. You know, you could do, because you've got 20 pieces. I didn't realise there was 20 pieces, I thought there were 10.
Yeah.
20.
24 a
So
pound.
that's 10 pieces of jewellery that can be finished off. That's crazy.
That's incredible,
with the magnetic
isn't it?
clasps, because they're in the same colours, aren't they? And that's what's so amazing about our findings, is that the rose gold matches the rose gold, the yellow gold matches the yellow gold, which sounds a bit silly until you buy findings from different suppliers and you find that rose gold maybe have a little bit more copper in than the others and it doesn't match. The professional piece of jewellery's got to match all the way through.
Yeah, and ours do, as you can see. They are coming up for you, those magnetic clasps, in the show this evening, as is our avalanche, as is our special showcase in connectors, as is our you know, must-have, and so much more. Let's do for you now a bit of a special treat. One of my favourite things about working on this team is when B. Diddy and Kerry work together, because they're sisters.
You can't tell who's who, can you?
Oh, well, I can. It's my favourite bit is, you know, a producer will ask the director to play a star by sting, and it will be, we're doing a star by now. Yes, no problem. But Kerry just goes, wait! I'm eating Doritos! I mean, she didn't say that because you don't eat food in the gallery. Anyway, we are about to bring to you now something that's going to give you a special sparkle. Star by. How would you make this chain?
Very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Very, very difficult. I'd need a chain machine.
Yes.
It's physically impossible to make it by hand.
And to do the ball detail on anything like this,
Yep.
same sort of thing. how would you be able to make 3 meters worth of it?
Very difficult.
Even if you had the chain itself as it was, and you maybe did rosary links of a spacer bead in between.
Yep.
For 3 meters, to measure all of that out, and to get the right size wire to go through, and to make a loop and wrap it around once, and then twice, and then add on the spacer and wrap it around once, then twice. Oh no, I forgot to put the other bit of chain through. Cut it up.
Oh, you've done that too.
Oh my gosh. I've done that more than I haven't done it.
You should have seen me making the second kit up. That was the same.
Really? Oh, bless you.
Yes.
This is one of those items that is, to me, not worth the hassle of trying to recreate.
No, it's not. And also, you know, with wrap loops, it's getting them equal. With this, you've got that beautiful machine quality that is perfect from start to finish. And really, I mean, I call that a satellite chain. I don't know.
Oh yes, I know what you mean.
Is that what you call?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that is at the minute. You know, like the snake chain was like the in chain last year.
Yeah.
This satellite chain is the in chain for this coming season. Everybody seems to be using it.
And it's partly, I think, because of it's again more of its look. You know, it's got that movement to it, but it's workable as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got interest to it, isn't it? It's just it's not just a standard chain.
No,
it's got elements there
of interest.
Yeah.
You have got here a massive 3 meters. Now it does come on the spool, and you get those lovely little stopper points, which I know isn't, you might think that's not really worth mentioning, but it truly is, because sometimes you just get chain in a bag.
Yeah.
And for 3 meters, it's going to get tangled and everything else. With this, you can just lock it off, stays perfectly where it's meant to be, and then you can just use and cut as much as you need. Now, with full 3 meters, you are obviously going to get a serious metal weight. And I want you to hold on to your hats for this, because this chain is 9.90 grams of precious metal.
That's a lot of precious metal.
That is a serious amount of precious metal, all in all. And when you're getting that much precious metal, you are getting that much quality, beauty, workability.
Yeah. Just pass me the scales.
Aye. Of course I can.
I want to do just see
a little worker outer.
Yeah.
I have got for you here the arrows of joy. That's what I've decided to call them now. I probably won't do that again, so the arrows of joy are in. The arrows of joy, I call them, because that means we are dropping the price down for you. Okay, that's not what it's on my sheet as. We have taken this lower than we previously discussed. Oh, a massive 40 minutes ago. We are about to bring to you a fantastic opportunity of £17.95. Do you mind if I have a look at that?
Not at all, because I was just going to say that's solid, and that is 3 grams off of what this is only 6 grams of silver, and that's a solid D shaped wire.
Oh, and look, that is heavy, sturdy.
Yeah.
This is 6.1 or whatever.
Yeah.
This is 9.9. Now that goes to show you're getting something very special.
Just how much silver you're getting there. You're getting a lot of silver for that. A lot of silver, and workable as well.
Of course.
You know, like you say, it's not a wire, or it's not a piece of sheet that you've got to then work with. This, I mean, I would use those beautiful stopper beads, like what's on the must have.
Yeah.
So the silicone beads on the inside, just feed those through, and then just have like a really beautiful, multi-length necklace.
Lovely idea. This is open for pre-order, by the way, my must-have. I would also say to you too that these links are the type of links that I have seen guest designers use a darning needle.
Yeah.
So you use a darning needle, you slightly pop it on the link and really gently push it over a little bit, and it actually opens them up so you can put a jump ring through.
Yeah, perfect.
Or wire.
Do you know what you could do as well? You could take some of your sterling silver crimp beads and make some of those satellite stations a bit bigger.
That's a great idea.
Covers, sorry, not crimp
Yeah,
beads.
your crimpers. Oh, that's a lovely idea. Okay, I've got to move on because I don't have hundreds of those, and I am now going to move on to another 3 metre chain. So this is the last, as far as I know, 3 metre chain that we have for you today. So do make the most of it, because things like this, for you, doing, making, selling, they've got to be handy little critters to have.
They have. You know, if you want certain lengths, or for somebody they want a 25-inch necklace or a different clasp.
Yeah.
You know, that means you have to try and find a longer chain, then cut it down and change the clasp. Whereas if you've got a reel of chain, you can just make what you want, make the length
as you need it to be. You've got the lovely openness to these, which would be nice for maybe doing your wrap loops on, etc. You have with this an avalanche. What does that mean? You may well ask. Hang on. Sorry, a bit of audience participation here. Oh. You might think, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
Thank you for asking. It means that we start with our highest price and we drop down low. So this either has to go to £17.95, which actually I will say, that previous one I have written down here, we were going to go to £19.95. This one, therefore, on my list says £18.95. So we're giving you another price drop on this one. Let's bring this to you now. £17.95, the last one. Should we do £16.95? £15.95. £14.95. Now that, again, you are getting 8.5 grams here. In fact, over 8.5 grams if we're being pedantic.
Again, a lot of silver, lots of bracelets. Is it 2 necklaces and a bracelet?
From a metre.
From a metre.
Approximately,
So that's 6 necklaces and 3 bracelets.
Yeah.
Or lots of bracelets.
And, yeah, lots and lots of bracelets. Let's have a look at, you know, if you were using... I've done it before, actually. I can get from a metre, I think it's 5 or 6 metres... No, 5 or 6 bracelets from a metre, depending on your wrist size and depending if you're doing something in the middle. So, obviously, that times 3, even if you were just to sell them for, you know... Well, how much would you still serve a silver bracelet for?
Minimum, with a clasp on there, minimum £15.
One sale, one price, money back.
Done.
You'll be able to afford a new clothes dryer, won't you, Fleur?
I will be able to afford a new clothes dryer, yes.
You've got a new clothes dryer today, haven't you?
I have got a new clothes dryer today, yes. It's going to be waiting for me when I get home.
Have you seen it yet?
I've seen a picture of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And what have we named this clothes dryer?
Cross trainer. I'll use it once. Might have a go tomorrow.
We were saying actually on the handlebars, you put your socks on and you move them, dry them quicker. How many times? I love that idea. How many times do you think you're going to use it?
If it's anything to go by my previous fitness equipment usage, about twice.
2 or 3 times.
Yeah. Cheaper than a gym membership, though, isn't it?
Isn't it? You're not wrong.
And they don't dry your clothes for you.
That's true. Yeah. Do feel free to text us in today if you've got any useless things around your household. Anyway, apparently we've got dead evil laughs. I don't know what you mean. Okay, let me move on. Oh, that's nice. You see how our laughs go instantly? We get serious over silver. Wow. 32-inch chain and a big chain. Now remember, this is your belcher chain. I launched a belcher chain with you, and I remember the first time we ever did a belcher chain, and it was when our studio faced the other way around, so we were over there in that corner, and we did a belcher chain for you, and it was made of gold, and we did it for £350 or £325. Yeah? That was the first time I'd ever seen the belcher chain, and I'm so happy that I'm now able to bring it to you in sterling silver, because myself at the time, I couldn't stretch to that price tag for a chain, but now that we're doing it in sterling silver, you still get that same workability and boldness. But it's more affordable. Obviously, as you know, we've got to go £14.95 or under.
Oh, we started an avalanche now?
Yeah. Yeah.
How has it started?
Do you not remember when I mentioned it 3.5 minutes ago?
Oh, I just thought that was an avalanche with those two.
Oh, no.
I thought we were going to start again. And
No,
then...
we're in it now. We're in it for good. Well, I say for good. You've got 20 minutes approximately. So £14.95 or lower. We have got for you £12.95 on that one. This is 32 inches. This is a solid chain.
Yeah.
This has got a gorgeous clasp at the back of it as well.
That'll take a real nice weighty pendant as well, won't it? You know, like one of Laura's beautiful wirework cabochon pendants.
Totally.
Look beautiful. But I'm just thinking, because those links are nice and open, you would be able to do your little rosary link or a wrap loop with one of your beryls.
Talk to me about this kit briefly.
Oh,
now, my two kits, I'm saying that because I'm going to be getting my order in on them. Fleur's two kits are so exciting tonight. They're so different, but so impressive. What would you do with just one of the strands of beryl? There's more than one in this kit, in the kit coming up. What would you do with these?
I would make some beautiful, I would get some of the lighter gauge head pins and make some lovely wrap loops to go onto there.
Lush
and just have
idea.
one, because that's a nice long chain. I would just have one long piece just in the middle. I think that would look absolutely beautiful.
I completely agree with you on that.
But I mean, for me, it's the quality. I mean, look at that peachy morganite. It's just gorgeous.
The colours on that beryl are insanely good. Well done to you on that. You are gold. Coming up.
I forgot the gold. I was thinking always believe.
Herding cats. I'm bringing to you a Takali chain today. Did you see me on this morning with lovely Gavin? When I gave Gavin my Takali chain. Oh my gosh, I'd left it in the garage for quite some years, and grimy was the word for it, truly. But the wonderful connoisseurs cleaning products that we had on this morning, look on JewelleryMaker.com. There are a few things left, but we did demonstrations on pretty much all of them. But yeah, it brought it up to such a shine and sparkle. You have got here a really impressive chain when it comes to shine and sparkle. So you want to keep that shine and sparkle, don't you?
You want to keep it looking as brand new as you can, don't you? So those products are great for that.
You've got this intricacy here. You're a beautiful Italian-made design. When we think about Italian chains, we think about some of the most historical machinery and some of the most sort of esteemed jewellery. And chains as well. It's all about the fluidity, about the shine, about the sparkle. It's usually not about the bargain, but it's going to be today. You are getting all of this luxurious gold play over the top of your genuine sterling silver for under £10. We are in the eye of the storm, £9.95. You're right there, love. Whoa! Peter just had a roller coaster in there. £9.95 is your deal for this one. It is a fantastic opportunity for you because it's gold.
Yeah.
And it's high quality and it's got serious shine and sparkle.
See, whenever I've done avalanches before, they go down by £1.
Yeah, we're not about that.
That's gone down by a lot of pounds.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's not an avalanche, that's a disaster movie in pricing. That's great.
That's the black run on a ski slope.
It is. It is. That's
Get
crazy.
me using sports
That's
lingo.
Brilliant. But no, for that, you know, for a 20-inch Takali chain, I don't like the word chain with that. I think that's a necklace. That's a standalone necklace.
I'm on board with you there. I'm absolutely on board with that. Remember, if this clasp is not for you, nothing's stopping you using my sterling silver magnetic clasp coming up, because I've got the matching gold colour. Coming up 7:30, it is worth setting your alarm for. Keep us on your tablet, JewelleryMaker.com. Carry on getting those deals whilst you can. I've got to move on.
I've never set an alarm in an evening.
Have you not?
No, I always set an alarm in the morning. That'd be quite... If I was at home, I'd do that.
Yeah, no, that's what I do.
Do you?
Yeah, I set an alarm for everything. Yeah, I set an alarm for if I don't want to miss out on something, I'll set an alarm. Right. 7 minutes before, give myself a bit of leeway. Just in case something good's happened on Corrie. Do you know what I mean? And I need to give myself time to turn over. Yeah. Surely we can't go lower than a tenner. That is like mirror shine chain. Is this the right one?
think one fell off.
Oh, right, it did. This isn't the right one. That's coming up next.
That's a substantial chain.
That is a serious gram weight. B did. Are we really meant to be doing a lower price on this? Seriously? Because look, it's a 3.80. Genuinely, the snake chain is something that, you know, Pandora uses, Thomas Sabo I've seen use it. You know, this is a big brand, big name, and sturdy chain. And you can see the sturdiness in the gram weight. I've got a 3.80 grammage here. That is a serious amount, isn't it? And you can see how it really impressively gives you that sturdy look. For your big, you know, your big jewellery designs, you are getting a drop-down deal on this. Please remember, because we started the Avalanche at a lower price point than we should have done, yeah, I'm just trying to do it far away from my face, which doesn't help, does it? We are going to do for you a lower price drop on this. I'm just thinking of this with this pendant I did before.
That'd be nice.
Big and bold and beautiful.
Really pretty.
Oh, hello to Cumbria. Have you ever been there?
Yes, I
Yeah,
have.
me too.
Yeah.
I grew up there, I did.
Did you?
Yeah. Hampshire, I've got Merseyside, Tyne and Wear, Greater London, Yorkshire, Aberdeenshire, Glamorgan, Germany, Hampshire, Staffordshire in. I've got West Midlands, Oxfordshire in. I've got another Hampshire in. Buying 2s and 5s and 1s. It's because you can see the deal. Most of you are web bidders. You ready for this? £6. I've never seen a snake chain go to that price. I will be completely honest, I'm not even sure I've seen a bracelet snake chain go to that price.
I was just about to say, I don't think we should be doing, I think that would be for a bracelet. If you said, you know, that price, I would think that would be for a bracelet.
Oh my goodness! I launched this with Toby, who doesn't even work here anymore. He was a floor manager, then he was a producer. Was it? Oh no, he was a producer, then a floor manager.
Then cameras.
And what year was that? The 29th of March, 2016.
Wow.
We launched it at $8.95. So from 2016 to now, the price of silver hasn't gotten loads lower, yet we are giving you better prices now. That's fantastic, isn't it?
It's very good. It's a beautiful, like the Takali chain's got that high sparkle, this has got that beautiful sheen.
Yeah. What's going on with the prices today? Crazy! It's her fault. B Diddy's in there. It's her fault. She's on an overtime shift. She's like, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go for it. Leanne, I hope you're having a really lovely day today, sweets. I hope you all are. £6.95 on that. I am doing one more, as far as I know, after this. That will be lower. And I've got to say that if I'm judging this on quantity alone, the amount of people who have checked out on the likes of this and the previous ones, I've only got 40 something of these. They're going to absolutely fly out. So I will just forewarn you if you want to grab it. I'll show it alongside it actually so you can judge for yourself. Great little sock fillers. Socks? Stockings.
Do you put them in that when you put them on the clothes dryer? Dry them out.
Yeah. Stocking fillers. Great little stocking fillers, aren't they? That's a lovely idea. Especially as we're going to take this to a deal where it could be a Secret Santa price point. We have got for you that mirror-like shine quality, and it is real mirror-like shine.
It is.
That is glitz and glamour, isn't it? If I put this up to my neckline, I want to see if you can see the sparkle and shine from 2 metres away, which is where you are now. I always feel like you are sat there. I just feel like I'm chilling out in your
front room.
In your front room with you. Yeah, we do.
That's probably scared a lot of people that we're in their front room. I have black
Where's that
coffee,
creepy laugh coming
so
from?
does Becky. 2 black coffees, please.
Oh yeah, nice and strong, no sugar, thanks. Look at that. You could see the sparkle from there though, couldn't you?
Yeah.
It is such a serious shine, such a serious sparkle, a serious... Ooh! Okay, I've got hardly any of these left now. Hardly any left. It's last chance saloon situation. £4.95. It's a full necklace. It's got all of that sterling silver. I've got people checking out all over. Yay, Bernadette's in with us. Thank you, thank you. I needed to stock up on my chains. Fabulous prices.
And they're all different lengths as well, so you've got perfect opportunities at craft fairs. If someone, and the amount of times I get asked if, you know, an 18-inch chain can be changed to a 20-inch chain. You know, if you haven't got them with you, then it's potential a sale that's been lost.
Yeah.
Or if you've got a lovely pendant and you want to wear different necklines, you know, clothing with, then, you know, you've got that perfect opportunity to change them.
You completely do. If you like your chains 7 o'clock and not a moment sooner, they've sold out. Sorry, those chains have sold out. But wait, not just have you got those added little elements of sparkle, you've also got Fleur's favourite, a tassel.
I love tassels.
You do, don't you?
I do love tassels. I love jewellery with movement.
Yeah. We have got here the most beautiful moving necklace with serious look at that. It's honestly like sort of a twinkling stars at night. It's incredible.
It's almost like it's been like parve set with diamonds.
You're right. You're totally right. Someone's also said, can we see the... Me must have. Yeah, absolutely. Let me show you. It is on pre-order. It's the bracelet with the heart slider, and then I'm going to be doing these connectors separately afterwards. So you get the slider bracelet. They're gorgeous, aren't they? We were saying very sort of Sabo, aren't they? Yeah. Very nice. So they're going to be coming up shortly after it. How's about I move on now to do...
Oh...
I have not seen solar quartz like this in this colour in years.
We had I was on the morning show, not last week, the week before, and we had them then, and I was blown away by them. They're absolutely beautiful.
I always think of solar quartz as growing, almost like a stalactite, and growing out. So, you know, a stalactite will start with just sort of little droplets, won't it? And then they'll freeze, and then more droplets, and it'll freeze and freeze and freeze. That is what solar quartz looks like. I've got 9. Okay, grab these quickly whilst you can, please. You're getting a serious carrot weight. I've got 4. Look at the size of them. And these are the beautiful pure colours. I've seen them dyed a lot. I've not seen the natural in years.
They look like they've got like ice encapsulated, and there's a sparkle from these is immense.
I've got 6 left. I've got 5 left, actually. Tell a lie. You are getting 4 of these. Well, I've got 4 of these, guaranteed 245 carats worth. When you get these home, take them outside, because these sections here split the light, and you get this sort of rainbow-like sparkle. Because I've got a piece of solar quartz, a spellbinding Laura Binding made from years ago, and I still wear it. And it does that. It splits the light like a rainbow. Oh my goodness! Right, these are about to sell out. I'm so sorry. £7.95. What a dream deal. If you've got sterling silver wire today, how about setting this, you know, prong setting this with sterling silver wire? Yeah. You can see in this recording you actually get 5, so that's a different set. It is all done, because look at that, that's a corker, isn't it?
That's a really big
That's
piece,
like a tabletop for a borrower, isn't it?
But they look like they've got druzy inside, but then shined over the top, so it's not got the texture there.
No, it's stunning. Well done. They're about to sell out. I'm so sorry for anyone who misses out. If you do check out, then we are over allocated, so please do hurry on that one whilst you can. You had your peepers on these, didn't you?
These are gorgeous. I've never seen a strand like this.
These are the nice, like, big, bold bicones.
They are. For me, that's an individual charm. Each one of those is an individual charm.
Lovely.
For love. Because are they for love? Rose quartz is for love, isn't it?
Yeah, rose quartz is a gemstone of love. Yeah. Romantic.
Yeah.
These are, can I just mention too, which is one of those things, as I said, if we've not met before, you know, I am a crafter, so I am forever kind of keeping my eyes peeled for workability. The size of that drill hole is huge.
That's a great drill hole.
You could get possibly even certain leather cords through there, actually.
Yeah.
Now that's great for workability, isn't it?
Really is, and with that silver as well, it keeps it beautiful and fresh. But I think rose quartz and rose gold look absolutely gorgeous together. But that is a beautiful strand, because they're big pieces and gorgeous colour.
I love the idea of these as bag charm, an earring.
Yeah.
They're big enough to turn a head without giving you a back lobe.
Yes. Yeah.
You've got a beautiful quality here. £7.95, and we're going to hold it out for you so you can just see all of them. £7.95 is fantastic, it really is.
I've never seen a gemstone that's an 8mm bicone before. I've seen 6mm bicones in gemstones.
Yeah.
tend to
4
only see them in,
mils
like,
maybe. Yeah.
I've seen Swarovski 8 mils, but I've never seen a gemstone in an 8 mil bicone. And they tessellate so beautifully together. 'Cause did Gemma do the ladder weave this morning?
Yes, oh my goodness, that connector is incredible.
Bicones like tessellate together so gorgeous when you do the ladder weave with them.
And one thing I will just say, I put it on my Facebook, but just in case I forget to say it on air, if you bought either of Gemma Crow's kits today, or both of them, you are entered into that draw for the free £110 workshop voucher for each of them. But because we were so rushed and everything else and we ran out of time, we're going to actually announce the winners tomorrow. So if you have or are going to buy those kits, just to let you know. Have you got any workshops coming up whilst we're talking of workshop vouchers?
No, me and Sarah were talking about a chainmail one though.
Oh,
so
nice. Getting one booked in.
One. Yeah, should be one booked in.
So just to let you know of that whilst you're with us. £7.95 on that one. Good work all. I'll show it with the rose gold. Come here, you. Yeah, you're right.
Rose gold would be beautiful with it.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? That looks so nice.
So feminine, isn't it? It's such a beautiful feminine gemstone.
How's about another bit of a special gemstone for you now?
Oh, they're big. Wow.
Whoppers. One of those on a 32-inch chain, whopping design. A lot of those lovely aquamarine colours you've got on here. Now, how great would this go with your kit? I know your kit is very organised, everything else, but for those who want something a bit more sporadic, maybe.
Yeah, so what, a chunk of gemstone, because I think these are great. These are standalone pendants, aren't they? Pop these onto a head pin, just do a simple wrap loop at the top, and you've got a real statement on, like you said, on a long line chain.
Yeah, jobs are
really gorgeous. This one here is just beautiful. This one. It's like
that's the glow.
Icy snow queen type.
It's like licking a fox. Hang on. What are that? What am I thinking? No, a fox's glacier. Yeah. Not an actual fox, obviously. It looks nothing like a fox. Yeah, licking a glacier. It's properly those, isn't it? That's quite deep. £14.95. Now, for that kind of carat weight in each individual one, because as we always say, carat weight is king. If you wanted to buy a diamond ring and it was a 1 carat diamond ring in one gemstone, you're talking thousands. But if you wanted 1 carat's worth of a diamond split across 10 small, diamonds, all at 1/10 of a carat each, you could look at a few £100. It's important in certain gemstones to get big carat weight. And if you're into that sort of thing, I don't think you can go far wrong with these, actually.
Can you imagine that in the window? If you put that onto the chain as like a window.
Like one of the 3 metre ones?
Yeah. Be really nice.
And how decadent would that be?
Yeah.
Are you looking around Fleur's? Who's Fleur? You know Fleur. She's got them gemstones hanging in a window.
And a very posh clothes hanger.
Yeah. She keeps her clothes on that running machine. You know what I mean? £14.95. Huge. Well done. Oh, there's nothing in this, I don't think. A little cabochon. Oh, the flower. Hang on.
Oh.
The glow on that is so impressive. Okay, a little cabochon. When I say a little cabochon, you might expect something like this. First off, I take back my first word. It's not little. And second off, cabochon. This, for me, is an individual piece of hand-carved deluxe gemstone. The decadence of this is beautiful with the way that light doesn't just translate on the surface, it bounces intermittently inside the gem and through the gemstone. This is a quality 21 carat individual piece, perfect for your prong setting with your sterling silver, especially with those access points, £3.95. Genuinely, and this sounds silly, but if I wanted to draw this, I would find it very difficult. But to be able to carve it into a beautiful gemstone such as this, keeping it unique, individual 3D, and keeping it for £3.95, I think is a fantastic opportunity. Do make sure you're grabbing those ones, because we're about to head to a break. Now, I just need to let you know about this first kit. We're really excited about this, aren't we?
Yeah, really excited.
I'm bringing to you a kit that has got some brand new sterling silver jump rings, never ever seen before, and you have honestly said they are some of your favourites?
Yeah, when I asked the buyers to get them, I didn't think we'd be able to get them, but we have.
It's taken time, but we've got them, and we are bringing them to you at a kit discounted price today. So really not time to go anywhere. Stick with us. Me and the lovely Fleur will be taking you through the final few hours of your sterling silver clearance weekend.
Our JewelleryMaker community is a fantastic platform to share, learn, chat and make new friends. So why not like our Facebook page and join over 64,000 like-minded people?
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from JewelleryMaker. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
Our brand new Get Started with JewelleryMaker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration and get you started in your jewellery making journey. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
You can watch our JewelleryMaker show every day on our website by clicking the Watch and Buy Online link in the top right-hand corner of our homepage.
You are going to adore this chain if you are like the tassel hunter over here. Honestly.
I just love tassels.
I know you do. I know. I could just imagine you just in tassels.
Please don't imagine that.
No, I mean... Quite the mental image.
I need considerably bigger tassels.
No, I mean, you know those dresses that are just covered in tassels. Have you seen them? Like they're like this, and they're off the shoulder, and they've got a load of tassels on. That's not what we're all thinking now, though. I'm bringing to you something that has so much personality. And Fleur, you do love tassels, and it's partly because of the movement, isn't it?
It is. It's the movement, and it's the fineness of the chain and how it just drapes. It's just gorgeous.
This one does have such fine chain. Sometimes they are done with really chunky chains. This one just happens to be that more delicate, slender look, doesn't it?
I think, can you remember there was a real fashion look a couple of years ago to have chain ties? So ladies would wear like chain ties.
I do remember.
This for me is that same kind of look.
I do.
It's a real statement look without being a heavy piece of jewellery.
And, you know, it's got this professional finish top at the end of it. Even if I got a cord end and tried to glue sterling silver in, which I wouldn't suggest, you wouldn't get this drape, you wouldn't get this fit, you wouldn't get this finesse, you wouldn't get this finish. It's a professional look and finish, and it is, you know, diamond-like sparkle and shine and movement. I mean, look at the drape on that.
It's like material.
Yes, it is.
It's just beautiful.
That is an incredible drape, which means comfort.
Yeah.
And I always look for that in a chain. I want it to be comfortable. As well as that, though, you don't just actually get the tassel. You are getting the sterling silver trace chain with these faceted cube space elements within them, which I just think adds so much sparkle.
You do. You really do. Can you imagine that tassel as an earring as well?
Wow.
To dismantle it a little bit and just take the tassel off and use that as an earring.
Yeah, I think that's a gorgeous idea. You've got on this that wonderful faceted chain which adds sparkle, and I like it because it's like the people. What's this? Pardon?
Fly fishing.
Fly fishing. No.
Lasso.
No. Guiding the planes.
Plane bringerinas.
Yes. What are they called? Runway artists. I'm not sure. Runway, you know.
People who bring
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that. Basically, what I'm trying to say is these act like guide lights towards it. So as you're going to move, they're going to sparkle and almost draw your eye in to the tassel. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. It's nice, that, isn't it? Really lovely. You've got such a beautiful finish and finesse on this. And can I just ask you something? At home, be completely honest with yourself. How much would you expect in a high street store, sterling silver? So remember, because whenever I think high street store, I've got to remind myself that I'm not thinking of your clothes shops where you see them at the end of spinners, because most of the time they're not sterling silver, they are base metal with a silver colour over the top. Almost, you know, well, 9 times out of 10, I would say. You know, how much would you expect for something like this in a high street store? Because actually, again, I was in a clothes shop the other night. Well, it's a supermarket, actually, that happens to have clothes in it, and then it has the spinner at the end. And they have the sterling silver section back, and they had a nose stud sterling silver for £7. One nose stud, £7 sterling silver. The rings, forget about it, you know. Very high cost in comparison to what you might be used to seeing here at JewelleryMaker. What would you, Fleur, expect to see something down your neck of the woods in a high street store this for?
I don't know. I think if that was in one of the jewellers near me, £50, £60.
Yeah.
I would think that if I saw that in one of those clothes shops that was sort of like that did the costume jewellery at the end, like you say when you're paying and you get seduced into buying them.
Yes.
£20, £30 for a base metal silver coloured.
Beautiful. Yeah. That's a great idea.
I think £60, yeah.
I'm just having a little looky here. Because actually, to get this, I'm just typing in silver tassel necklace. We have got prices. We have got... Okay, well, there are different designers doing it. I'm not saying that they're like for like by any stretch of the imagination, but... tassel pendant, you know.
Yeah.
Tiffany's doing, not the same, but Tiffany's doing something that has a beauty about it.
Yeah.
This is just the first one that came up. I'll be honest with you, the one that came after it is over £1,000. But
what's
yeah,
190,
which is good for Tiffany actually, I have to be honest.
Yeah.
Really good. But yeah, this is what we're dealing with here. We are dealing with something that is very on trend. I mean, if Tiffany are doing it, why shouldn't we? Today you're getting a serious jewellery maker price of just £12.95.
That is really
Isn't that astonishing? This has not been in since 2016. 2 years.
Can I have a quick look? Sorry.
Have a look, have a feel. Yeah, absolutely.
So you could take that tassel off and put that as a pair of earrings. So at that kind of price, you could have a suite of jewellery. You've got 2 extra chains left over.
Gorgeous.
Because you've got your earrings.
Yeah.
And then your matching necklace.
Perfect.
Perfect for party season.
So glamorous, so glimmer. And of course, you know, with stuff like this, you could have this draping down sort of a backless dress if you're going to those sorts of events. Oh, these are popular, as you can absolutely imagine. That kind of quality and beauty, I think, you know, you're wearing something which isn't too over the top and showy, but it's definitely people are going to notice it.
Yeah, see, as well, it says again, chain, but for me that's a finished piece of jewellery. That's a ready-made necklace. That if you saw that in a beautiful box, like you say in the high street, maybe in the, you know, one of the charm shops or something like that, you could. But there's nothing stopping you adding a gemstone either side as well.
That's exactly what I was just looking at. That loop is really large there, isn't it?
Is it an open loop?
Not
I
sure.
think that's an open loop.
Not sure. But that loop's really large there, so you could add jump ring and a gemstone, or even use you know, double wrap loop and a gemstone, couldn't you?
I think you'd be able to take that tassel off very easily.
Really?
And then put gemstones on there as well.
That's perfect. A huge well done to everyone on that, because I just think it's mega glamorous. It's really beautiful. There's only a few of them left over. It sits so nicely.
Just look how the tassel just sits and it just pulls together.
Yeah.
It doesn't go into like a
big clump.
Yeah. It sits so gorgeous.
So pretty. Well done to you. This kit, I need to let you know, we are flabbergasted to be able to bring this to you, actually.
Yeah.
You went on quite a journey to bring these to us.
Yeah, I did.
And you were very much an advocate for bringing us these specific jump rings.
Yeah.
But you have always said, and always, you know, been very honest in the fact that you say, our jump rings here at JewelleryMaker are fantastic. Why did you want us to get these specific type in?
So when Marie started,
who's our in-house gemologist, just to let you know.
She said to me, what would you like? And everybody was saying about gemstones. And I said, I would love sterling silver jump rings that are 1mm thick wire, because traditionally our sterling silver jump rings have been about from a 0.7 to a 0.9, which alters the aspect ratio. So if I say we're doing a Byzantine weave, and someone said, oh, can we do it in sterling silver? I'd have to tell them a different size to get from the size that they're doing in the silver plate, because of the different
So it can
wires.
be a bit confusing.
So it can be very confusing. And I got straight away, oh, I don't know, because they're going to be very expensive to make because they're on a 1mm wire. So the amount of, you know, even just at 0.1 of a millimetre to that wire obviously adds on the cost.
Of course it does.
And then I kept going on and on and on. And I said, you know, it's really important that we give the same quality of jump ring in our sterling silver as we do in our silver plated.
Yeah.
And I think my name was one of the first names that she knew straight away, because I was literally in there all the time going, please, look, we need to get these jump rings sorted, and we need this 1mm because they are absolutely amazing. And then I get the mini kit and I did my little happy dance.
What does that look like again? Yes, I remember it now. We have got for you your opportunity to grab your hands on the first selection of our big new jump rings. Now these, when you know that Fleur's been asking for them, you know that you're getting something special here. So we have got the internal diameter of the 4mm and the 3mm. Now when I'm saying stuff like internal diameter, I realise that newbies, you may well go up, I have no idea what that means. Do not worry, you are going to have a make to follow in a couple of minutes. Basically, it's nothing for you to really worry about, but we will explain it when we get onto it. It is important, really, isn't it, to know the internal diameter, or ID, as we refer to it on here.
Can I borrow the scales again?
Yes, you can. No, go ahead. We have got for you here your 4mm. You're getting 50, but wait for it. 4mm in 50. 3mm in 50, but you're getting 2 packs of each. So actually, you are getting in here 200 jump rings. Now that is fantastic for something brand new. How many packs of these have you used for that bracelet?
2. And it's the same one that I wear every single day. So this is one that I cut the jump rings.
You cut your own jump rings for that?
This one, yeah. And there you go, you can see.
And if I show you on the weighing scales, just to prove it's on 0 at the moment, this from 0 to... wait, hang on, it says Bruce. Wait. Wow.
And it's not got a heavy clasp. If I just quickly show you.
And it's a solid stone silver clasp,
It's a
of course.
solid, but it's one of the little
bolt rings.
So it's not a heavy clasp, that is all the silver, just from the 3mm inner diameter jump rings.
And that is for the 3mm, the smallest. I'm bringing to you a set of the 4mm as well. 200 jump rings in total. And we haven't even got on to the lovely shell pearl here because we're just so excited to bring you these jump rings. But you do also get the shell pearl strand in here, which is a 4mm round. Very pretty looking indeed. Very decadent. Wait till you see this jewellery. But can I just forewarn you, this is extremely popular. The chainmail RTs start in. And actually, for me, I would say, I would probably guess that the people who just quite simply need jump rings to add on all the charms they've bought, or the pendants, or the connectors that they've been buying, you know, you're going to be wanting to get your hands on this. So, just to remind you, brand new sterling silver 1mm jump rings in the 3mm, in the 4mm, 100 of each size with the shell pearl. Your price points. Should be. This is brand new. I'm doing you a launch price offer. By the way, this should be more than that £40 price. That's already like the guide good price. £29.95 is your closing deal right here, right now. If you're watching on the repeat, just to say hiya, you're about to see me again. I'm on the morning show again tomorrow. But if you are watching on the repeat, this price will change back up to the 40 whatever pounds it should be come 8 o'clock. So please grab it and check it out ASAP. Were you expecting that price point?
Not at all. I wasn't expecting the first price point.
No.
I was expecting it to be higher than the first price point. That's really shocked me because out of those 2 packs, I've managed to do this bracelet and this necklace.
From the packs,
From those packs, yeah. So you've got, you know, that is a bracelet length that's in the weave that we're going to learn in a second, the back to work weave.
Yeah.
So that in effect is 2 bracelets that I've made.
Wow.
On that. And then I've used the shell pearls on the majority on that necklace, and then I've just used some on the back of the second bundle that's coming up.
Wow.
So that is, honestly, that has really shocked me because what's that divided by 5 elements?
Bargain. Can I just ask you, babe, because just to let you know, Fleur makes and sells her jewellery. I'm sure you already know this already, but Fleur makes and sells her jewellery, and I think this is one thing to really point out. When you go and see Fleur at her shows, and we've done a couple of shows together, you know, different stalls, but we've seen each other and she does not have a big picture of her face like this, saying, as seen on JewelleryMaker.
I might do now, though. Like
what? Yeah, good idea. Yeah, just rocks and chains written on your teeth. Can you tell me how much you would sell that bracelet for that we've just weighed up at 10 point whatever grams?
£70. It's on my website. You can check it now.
How much?
£70
for that bracelet.
It's on my website. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
£65 at a show.
Yeah.
Because there's no postage and packaging.
And you have to do show deals.
Yeah.
Because people love it.
Deals, but £70. Yeah.
That's incredible, isn't it? Please check those out ASAP. And can I just remind you, if you love creativity, Fleur's going to do a demo for us now, but she's also got a second one for the most impressive beryl kits I have ever in my life seen. The quality is sensational. So do stay with us. We've got loads more to come, and we're about to learn this chainmail weave of, what's it called? I want to see you work. Back to work. Like 9 to 5.
Yeah, like
I want to see you work. That's the song, isn't it?
Yeah.
I want to see you work.
Yeah, no, this one's called Back to Work. I did a demonstration on the butterfly weave on Wednesday. So this is very similar to the butterfly weave. So if you watch that one on Wednesday morning and you are now wanting to sort of like extend your chainmail journey or knowledge, then this one's sort of like the next step along. So it's called Back to Work. It uses the 4mm inner diameter jump rings, which are true 6mm now as well.
Yes,
so if you want to have a go with plated first and then go to your sterling silver, don't be frightened if this is your very first time doing chainmail with sterling silver, because you can open and close these sterling silver jump rings numerous times without them warping or not closing together properly. So it's not like sterling silver wire where you have to do a prototype in plated and then go for this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach 2 jump rings to 2 jump rings.
Okay.
So we're going to make a simple 2-in-2 chain. So literally all I've done is just open 2 jump rings, linked them on, and then just got my 2-in-2 chain. Okay. So I've got lots of different coloured jump rings here. So I demo in these large jump rings just so that you can see the weave evolving. So with this weave, we're going to put one piece of wire onto the top of one of these jump rings. So I'm going to let one jump ring just go down. I'm going to take a little piece of wire, but it doesn't have to be a piece of wire. It can be something like a sandwich bag tie or a paper clip, something like that. And what I'm going to do is I've just attached the top jump ring onto the piece of wire, and I'm just going to give that a little twist. So I've now got my handle. So I've now got a single jump ring, a double jump ring, and a single jump ring. So with this weave, it's easier to do this when it's held up in the air, I find. Okay, so what I'm going to do next, I'm going to take my next 2 open jump rings, and I'm going to attach one to either side of these this pair of jump rings. So I've got 1-to-1 jump ring and close. I'm going to take one and pop it onto the other jump ring and close. So now I've got, if I turn it that way, you can see that I've got 3 jump rings in the front. So you can see the pink jump ring there and the 2 green either side. But on the other side, it spun a bit too fast then, didn't it?
Spinning around.
You can see there that I've not got that pink jump ring on that side. So I'm going to take that pink jump ring and I'm going to attach it to the 2 above. So exactly the same that I did previously, and now I've got 4 jump rings in place. Okay, and what I've got, Becky, could I just ask you to hold that? I forgot to get my pokey tool out. Hang on 2 seconds, because it's just easier to see with this.
I'd be a good magician assistant, I think.
You would, wouldn't you? So can you see now that we've got, if it stays still, there we go. We can see this centre section here. In chainmail, we'll call that the eye, but it's almost like a marquee shape, okay?
Yeah.
But you can also see we've got gaps either side, so there's 5 gaps there. So we've got the 2 outer gaps, so here and here.
Yeah.
And then we've got the 2 next gaps, which one is here and one is here. So it's either side of that eye.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my next 2 open jump rings, and these are going to go in either side of that eye or that marquee shape. So they're going to connect the 2 pink jump rings and the right side green jump ring together, okay? And close. And now, because I'm right-handed, instead of trying to work on this side, which is my non-dominant side, and make it a little bit more difficult for myself, I'm going to turn my work around. I'm going to do exactly the same, working it into this gap here. So again, the other side of that marquee shape or that eye shape. And there we go, going to pop that next jump ring through there and close. So what I've got now, in effect, is I've got like what looked like the butterfly weave that we did on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do now is take my next open jump ring and I'm going to connect those together. Okay, so I've connected those together, and I'm now back to where I started. You remember when I started with 1 and a pair and then a
2,
single? So I'm now going to go back to attaching 2 jump rings, 1 to either side of that double pair. So one goes on one of those jump rings, one goes on to the other. And from one side I've got 3 jump rings, and from the other side I've just got 2 jump rings. So I need to attach in this pink jump ring's mirror image partner. So now it's going to go through the 2 again together at the top and close. And I've now got back to those 4 jump rings again, which are exactly the same as these jump rings. This is a very fast repeating pattern, so it repeats quite quickly. I'm now going to take my next 2 jump rings, and again looking for that marquee shape in the middle. I'm now going to go either side of that marquee shape. So I'm just going to go through, and it's going to connect all 3 of those jump rings together. So the front and the back pink jump ring and the right hand side of that purple jump ring. So they're now all connected together and close. And again, just turn that onto my side that I can work quite easily onto my dominant side. And again, pop the next jump ring through that little gap, either side of that marquee shape, and close. And again, now I've got to the point where I've got the 2 double jump rings. So then I can take my next open jump ring and again go through the bottom pair and close. And you can see how quickly it builds up.
Yeah, you're
And on
right.
these large jump rings, obviously it's a lot more spaced out, but in the correct size jump rings, it really does sort of like connect together quite closely, and it creates almost like a watch strap. It's quite nice rigidity to it. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take those double pairs again. So I need to just pop one single jump ring on either side, and we'll just finish this little section off here. So one on one side, one on the other. And then looking at which side hasn't got that jump ring, so you can see that side's got the purple jump ring. So
It
this
needs
side
its mirror.
needs its mirror image partner, or it'll get lonely. There we go, and pop that one in. And we're back now to where we've got our two spaces either side of that marquee shape or that eye shape. I'm not very good at doing the colours, am I? They're not very consistent. I've mixed them up a bit.
Yeah,
just
but
so
we
you can
know.
see.
Yeah, so you can see.
it's
I
just
mean,
going-
it is very annoying, but
This is my
see it.
life in colour.
Yeah.
Nothing has to match.
I like
it's
it.
fine.
No, I like it.
So I put one on one side, turn my weave around so that I can work on that dominant side. Ooh, come back here.
come back, pokey tool.
And then back through that gap there. And if on these large jump rings, I appreciate that it's very easy to see those gaps in between. But if you have got something like a piece of wire or your knotting awl or something like that you can actually pop that through and just make sure that you can see where that's going to go. And then to finish this weave off, to pop on your clasp or something like that, you're just going to go through that very last jump ring into a single. And you just carry on until you've got your length that you want. It looks great as earrings as well. If you want to do just two little lengths of earrings, you've got some nice interest because it's a lot wider. Can I just bring the necklace across?
Of course you can, babe.
I'll just bring that over.
I love this.
And then all I've done is I've just attached a crimp with a beading thread and a crimp cover over the top, so it just looks seamless as it goes down into that design. But you can see it's got that nice rigidity to it. It looks really nice as the centre of a necklace.
Yeah.
And that is all 100 of the 4mm jump rings that are in that piece. So if you manage to get two lots of this kit, then you could make like near enough, like nearly a whole necklace with it.
And remember, these are the brand new sterling silver jump rings as well. If you have just tuned in, we will tell you why these are so fantabulous with our next set of them. Because we're launching something today, we didn't just want to bring you, you know, a small sort of flavour of it. You don't watch Bake Off just to watch the first sort of amuse-bouche make, do you?
No.
You stick around for the showstopper.
Yes.
And that is what we are offering to you here. Huge, whopping jump rings.
I mean, look at the 7mm inner diameter jump rings. They are a big jump ring. There's a lot of metal that's gone into each one of those.
Yeah. Look at that. Sorry. Look at that.
There's a lot of metal that's gone into that.
So if anyone's just tuned in, we're used to seeing sort of a 0.7, 0.8 wire used, aren't we?
Yeah.
These are 1mm.
They're 1mm thick, yeah, so they are a true 1mm jump ring. They've all been calibrated to 1mm, so your aspect ratio, if you like to do your aspect ratio when you're doing your chainmail, is perfect. If you don't know what aspect ratio is and it sounds quite scary, using these are exactly the same as using your silver-plated copper core jump rings. So they're exactly the same size. So if you're used to using a 9mm outer diameter, 7mm inner diameter in your copper core silver-plated jump rings, these are exactly the same.
You've got a big amount. Again, you're getting 50 of each of them, 7 internal diameter, 5 internal diameter, and you are getting a whopping 100 in total. Now, in true jewellery maker style, we're about to bring you a massive gram weight, because I don't know if the gram weight's actually sprung on these, but let me just...
Do you weigh a pot first?
Yeah, I'll weigh. Oh, I'm just going to pour them on.
Put them into my hand. Put the pot on.
What am I doing?
Well,
that's why I shouldn't pour them on, isn't it, Fleur? Be honest. Approximately. This is just for one pack.
9 grams.
That's
9.13
astonishing.
grams.
And that's just for one pack. I've got 2 packs. $24.95 is your deal on these ones today. Now that is very special, especially when you see them in the makes. that Fleur's done.
With these earrings have taken, they've taken about 45 of those jump rings. So I would charge more than that for that pair of earrings. But then I've also managed to make this bracelet as well. So this bracelet's not a full 360 bracelet, but if I can just show you, it's literally short just by a little tiny bit.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
So it's not short by a lot, but that's so that's nearly a full 360 bracelet. And I've also made a pair of earrings from. So that's all that.
Oh, like the ones you're wearing.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you've got some of that chain, you can make them the same as the ones that I'm wearing. If not, you just put 3 together at the top of a shepherd's hook. I mean, those earrings themselves would be £15 in sterling silver, and they use 6 jump rings.
6 jump rings, that is it.
Yeah.
And that is another thing to mention. You know, Fleur's business is a successful business, and she, you know, you do shows all over the country, really, and has a website and all the rest of it. So this really is a fantastic collection to be able to get. This is another very, very, very popular bundle. Can I just remind you that that price point on your screen is a launch price offer? What do you think of? Because we didn't actually discuss the launch price of these ones. We discussed the second kit, and I know you were blown away by that price. We didn't actually discuss the price point of these or the other kit.
Well, the amount of wire that's gone into making these, could you just do, have you got a calculator, Becky?
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Could you do 8 times 3.142, 3.142.
Start again. Sorry, her abacus is broken.
Do 8, so 8.
She's there doing it in long division.
Times 3.14 equals that, and then times that by 50. Yeah.
1,256.
So there is a couple of meters at least in those.
Wow.
There's a couple of meters wire in there.
Got you.
So that's not just that. So you start with a wire, and then you have to coil it, and then you have to cut them, precision cut them, because these are precision made for chainmail, so they go together perfectly.
Yeah.
Then you have to clean them, so they need to be tumbled, and then they need to go into an ultrasonic cleaner. They can take hours to make.
Wow.
For that kind of price, I wouldn't even be making them.
Bother,
the reason why I have to make my own sterling silver jump rings is because we've never had enough sterling silver jump rings to fulfil my need of jump rings.
Big, yeah.
Because I go
big orders and
I go through about 3,000 of my own jump rings a week.
Yeah.
Let alone what I do for JewelleryMaker as well.
Yeah.
So I use a lot of jump rings a week. So that's why I have to cut my own. But if we're going to get these in all the time, I won't cut them, because these are perfect.
They are fantastic, and thank you so much for spending that time and making those, and also showing us that fantastic demo. We really appreciate it. It was gorgeous to learn, isn't it? My next kit that Fleur's going to be doing is the premium of Beryl. The price drop, I do know the price. The price drop, and Fleur knows the price. I'm still a little bit confused with it, and I'm actually not even going to give you a hint, because I am that close, it's that good to thinking it might be one of those where B Diddy goes to press a button and computer says no.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to give you a hint, but wow. Okay, before all of that though, let me remind you what else I've got coming up. I've got mystery box under a £5 coming up for you. I've also got more gemstones, more sterling silver, and right here, right now, you've waited long enough. Precious metal, magnetic clasp. Bye-bye. Magnetic clasps. These are so beautiful. Yes, all right, I said bye-bye as opposed to star-bye. We all heard it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Uh-oh. Bye-bye. Oh, grow up. Right, I've got here for you today a fantastic selection of your beautiful magnetic clasps. Now, when we're bringing to you magnetic clasps, we are bringing something which is a necessity for some. we are bringing you something which is making your life as a jewellery wearer easier. We are bringing you something which has got real elegance and real quality and class, but also workability. And what I adore about these ones is how significant they are. They are so significant of size. I think these are the nicest and sturdiest magnetic clasps I've ever seen us do. Look, they're trying to get to know me tweezers. Stop it, you. You have got here such a beautiful added addition with these. I think they're gorgeous.
They are really, really beautiful. And you know, because they're all the same size,
yes,
you could swap them over. If you've got your polar opposites, so make sure that you have the opposing magnets, because you get a female and a male, don't you, with magnets?
A north and a south, if you will.
A north and a south, yeah.
Yeah.
As long as they go together, they don't repel each other.
Yeah.
As long as they...
I've got the repellents here.
Yeah, you got...
Let me swap with that
You
one.
could
Yeah.
make a two-tone clasp.
Yes. Oh! Hello. Yes, thank you. Don't mind if I do. No, they're trying to get to know these too much, but yes, look, two-tone. That's a great idea.
I like that.
Mixed metals, bang on trend.
Because we did the slider bracelet, didn't we, that had the mixed metals. So one side was rose gold, one side was silver. Right. But the magnet is so strong.
It's fab, isn't it?
Trying to move.
Let's do way up. Oh, let's do a bit of science, shall we? Let me just show you how strong these are, because I think that is so important. These are so strong, actually.
Yeah, it's moving it.
Let me see. You could use them
I've never seen that done before.
as your magnetic earrings. Yes, I call them a bye-bye. Let me show you how strong this is. So this is how beautiful. This is the sizable magnetic section. Very sizable. Let me see. Woo! Look at that! That is strong and secure and sturdy as you like. You could use these. You're right there, Petal. You're having fun. I'd love to have been in science class with you. All the other kids like this. Yeah, magnets.
What? I'm making it go for a walk. Look. Look.
Gosh, I bet you have a whale of a time when you take your dogs for a walk, don't you? Look at me, taking it for a walk. I am bringing to you here the Stuck On You collection. That price point for one of these, I would be happy as you like with. I was telling this story yesterday or whenever, but 3 for a bar by price point, $19.95. Well, I will just, I mentioned earlier on that I was in a shop that does different types of, it does different types of jewellery, and you can take your jewellery in to get valuations, and they can also do like very simple prong sets in calibrated gems with you. Anyway, they had like a poster, and went in the other day. They had a poster that essentially said, if you want to change, like fed up of fiddling with your clasp, we will change your clasp for you to a sterling silver magnetic clasp, and it was £22.50.
For one, just for them to change over?
Yeah, obviously they will supply their clasp. I presume they give you your original clasp back, but yeah, they will swap it over for you and give you a magnetic clasp, but £22.50. And they were obviously quite proud about it because they had a big poster.
Have we got any of those little bolt ring clasps coming up?
No, well, we had some earlier on, didn't we?
So if you put a bolt ring clasp on either side, or a bolt ring clasp and leave one loop, you can alternate them into a piece of jewellery. So you can literally just undo a piece of jewellery, put the clasp on one side, we just attach the clasp to the jump ring on one side.
Brilliant idea. Brilliant idea.
And then the same on the other, but you'd have to have
an open jump ring.
An open jump ring on that one, then you could actually just...
That is brilliant.
You could keep the clasp on there.
Fab.
And then just attach it in every single time that you want to use it.
Very easy, therefore.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't mind a nice big clasp, because I'd love those revolving around to the front.
Yeah.
By the way, if you love the heart motif, my today's must-have is not far away. It is on pre-order, though. Okay. Guess what's in the mystery box? Have some guesses, Fleur. Have some guesses. I'll give you a little rattle again. Oh, hang on.
I think it's a single piece.
Do you?
Yeah, I think it's a
chainy piece.
Oh, do you think a chain?
Yeah.
I'm hoping for more tassels.
Are you?
But I don't think
well,
it's
I know
going
how
to
much
be.
you love a tassel. I'm expecting it to be silver as opposed to a gemstone.
Yeah, definitely. What about if it was like something like a pair of earring findings?
Nice. It's under £5. Does that help you anymore? Under 5, sterling silver, mystery box, right here, right now. Oh, this is so 80s.
Brilliant, that's like the demo button.
Yeah, you
on
used to
your
press it
keyboard.
and it'd be like salsa.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I genuinely love that. That is brilliant.
That's fabulous.
That reminds me of my childhood. I love that. Oh, I was right. I didn't know what this was.
Wow.
Okay, well, I didn't expect that amount of gram weight.
And that's what...
Oh my goodness, sorry, I've just remembered this is going under a £5. Let me show you what I've got here. Look at how much metal is in this. Wow.
That's good.
This is going under £5. Right, bargain hunters of the jewellery world, unite. And remember, if you are brand new today and you purchase this and it's your first order, you will automatically get 2 strands picked at random worth $19.95 for nothing, for now, for zero, for zilch. This is your 7-inch bracelet that we've got here. You've got those whopping links in it, and what a glamorous, high-end, expensive look you've got with this because of that metal weight. What have you done there, Fleur?
That was a charm that I forgot to give back that I made on Wednesday, and I forgot to give it back. But it's just using a little bolt ring clasp, but just thought that they're such big links.
5-finger discount.
I didn't mean to take it, but it looks so
It's all
pretty
right,
on
it's
my
back
bracelet.
now.
Yeah, it's back now.
Yeah.
But they're such big links that you could just make those little charms and clip them on.
That's a brilliant point to make. Make it interchangeable piece.
Yeah.
What a gorgeous gift this would be for someone. Under a £5, I have got so many of you sat with basketeers, you lovely basketeers. That means you've basically got it in your baskets. But thankfully, I've got 250 of them, which is fantastic. But under a £5, as I've said, for a big gram weight, a beautiful finesse and finish, a very expensive look, and very unisex, I think.
Yeah, I'm just gonna... Oh, that one's not playing ball.
Are you going Robin again? Whoa, names went off my screen. I've got London and Cheshire and Cornwall and Devon and Manchester and Yorkshire and London and Cheshire and Hertfordshire and Lancashire and Summit and Germany and Tyne and Weir. And I've got loads of other places, but I'm going to say your names now. Morag and Susan and Claire and Christine and Kath and Collector and Stephanie and Karen and Kay and Siobhan and Nicola and Anne and Kathleen and Beryl and Susan. £4.95 is your price point on that one today. Did you like that little ditty, Kerry?
Yeah, it was alright.
I'll record it for you as a ringtone if you want.
I didn't like it that much.
Alright.
It was like entertaining for a second.
Okay, just a second now. £4.95. What is the gram weight? 1.6 grams. And I think it actually looks even weightier than that.
But I've just attached the sterling
magnetic.
So if you wanted it a little bit longer, if you just put another bolt ring clasp on the end of one side of the clasp, you could actually just attach that
Like a
in
magnetic.
and have that, and it'd make it a little bit longer and have it as a magnetic clasp.
And if you wanted to make it even longer, use your jump rings, those brand new 1mm jump rings, because they're
use your jump
strong
rings.
enough, aren't they? To almost carry on the
Definitely.
theme.
Got a beautiful clasp as well. Look at the clasp, it's real quality, that.
Yeah, it is.
Very, very high quality.
if I'd have just seen this in a, I don't know, just, you know, in the schedule, I probably would have been expecting the £12.95 mark.
Oh, I would have thought more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks a very substantial
Does,
piece.
you're right, it does. This is £4.95.
What a lovely-
Loads of viewing baskets. 100 of these, just over, have gone already. There's lots of you in tonight. One of your beryls pieces.
Yes.
Sorry, someone's messaged in saying, will you sing the names in the style of Baby Shark, please?
No.
Do you know about Baby Shark?
Hate it.
Do you? Hate it. How do you feel about it?
It was nice for the first minute.
Yeah.
And I love sharks.
Oh, yeah.
And you can get plush ones coming out now for Christmas
Yeah.
that sing to you.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes, yes. And yes, it was funny for a minute. But it's one of those, is it an earworm? Is that what you call them?
Yeah, you're
Where
right.
they just get stuck
They just
in
get
your
stuck
head.
in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked your other style of singing because it reminded me of Mr. Stingray from Finding Nemo when he goes to the reef. That's how it reminded me.
It's my impression of a stingray. One of my favourite things in life is a stingray belly. Honestly, it's one of my favourite things
With a
in
little-
life.
with a-
When they go up against the glass, like that. Oh
Have you
my
given- have you been
goodness.
to one of
No,
those,
never.
and you can give
never.
them a
I might
little
faint
stroke?
just because I even
You've
just
got
like
to
it when
go.
they go up against the.
You've got to go to the one in Birmingham. I'll come
might
with you.
do. Oh
We've got
yeah.
turtle as well.
And can you actually
Yeah, you can give them.
give them a little touch? Oh, that's so cool. How did we get onto that?
I don't know.
Sterling silver, £4.95. Oh no. Okay, I started off with 240 or 50 or 60 or something. I have just under 50 left. If everyone were to check out, significantly less than that. So, if you like it, then make sure you call in through. 0800 644 645 is your number on this one today. Now, I happen to think, if you like sturdy, if you like sturdy, good to know. Hang on, get here, you. Not necessarily on it, but I think if you like sturdy jewellery that looks chunky,
Yeah.
then these are working for you, I think.
They are. These are great for the middle of your stretchy bracelets as well. Can you imagine a stretchy bracelet with your beryl?
Yes, I can, and I would like that to be a possibility. They are. Them together. Oh, that's the perfect size.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that beryl. This is in a kit, but that is the perfect size for all that spacer.
Look at the colours of them.
The
intense.
most exciting strand of beryl in a kit I've brought to you. Full stop.
Yeah.
Burn on.
Yeah.
Burn on? Barn on. Before I couldn't stop saying bar, bye. Now I forgot how to say it.
Oh, bless you.
You are getting here 3 sets of these big sizable lattice spacer beads, and you have got 9mm on them. These have got that real lovely sort of woven basket feel to them,
They
haven't
do,
they?
haven't they? I've just seen them on the picture there. I didn't realise they had that kind of texture to them.
Yeah.
They feel really nice.
£7.95 for these ones. They're going to hide gubbins for stretchy bracelets and
Yep.
things like that, aren't they?
Yeah.
You don't like the word gubbins? I love the word gubbins. Kerry doesn't like the word gubbins.
I don't.
How
I don't.
unusual.
No.
Well, I never. What other word don't you like? Quibble or quabble? Quabble's not a word, is it? You don't like dilly-dally? She doesn't like hot fruit, if we're getting onto it. Very pernickety, our producer B Diddy. She doesn't like hot fruit, yeah, don't even talk to her about apple pies and stuff.
Oh, I don't like dried fruit. Fruit should be fresh or liquidised, maybe in a bottle.
I don't like the way you described that. So
What,
you don't
why?
like dried fruit or butterflies?
Oh, no.
Anyway,
No.
oh no. Anyway, I tell you one thing we all like, solid sterling silver, and that's what you're getting here. So, especially when it's at a bargain. And I think that was, to be honest. Flamingo,
I love flamingos.
as you can tell. Because you're always standing on one leg. No. Because like a gorgeous pink hair.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
Isn't he? So cutesy. Now, these have been popular. There's only 8 left. I have got low quantity. It's sterling silver, as you can see that. Let me flip it around so you can see it this way properly. I think this is really cool because it's got that enamel work on it and it's got quite a lovely flow to it. I think it's great as well because it's got the split ring attachment. So if you pop that onto this bracelet, that is going nowhere until you really want it to.
What a lovely present that would be, the two together.
Yeah, really perfect present. And today, for the final few, £14.95,
wow,
which if you think of going into well-known charm stores, first off, they don't always do sterling silver charms, which I think maybe when you see £30 or £40 price tags, you would assume they are. But also, actually, this is a real modern design. It's been a real motif of the year, hasn't it?
And, you know, enamelling is, you know, that's quite an art form in itself to enamel onto this. You know, it's,
especially
again,
domed.
Lots of processes have to go into making something like this. So they have to be cast, and then they have to be cleaned up, and then they have to be enamelled as well, and the enamel has to be perfect. So sometimes you put enamel into a kiln like this would have been. Sometimes it doesn't work, so some of them would have been rejected and not, you know, not you know, as perfect as this one. But you know, there's a lot of processes for that price. That's fabulous.
Do you know what colour flamingos are when they're born?
White.
Yeah, all right, cool. £14.95.
It's only because they eat
certain krill, etc. Yeah. And also, do you know why they stand on one leg?
No.
They stand on one leg. It's basically to do with conserving energy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and then they'll swap over. Yeah.
I'd have thought that would have wasted more energy.
Well, you try and tell a flamingo that.
They should just take a sit down for a bit.
Good idea. How's about?
I wish you wouldn't do that with that chair.
Oh, do you know what? It's you and Gemma that are like that. Spellbinding, Laura binding, could not care less. Claire, not fussed.
Claire will push over.
Yeah. Let me show you this. These are big, bulky, maximum lobster. What a funny name. Maximum. I'd have called these a rock lobster, but then again, I like the B-52s. Rock lobster. Rock lobster. B-52 song? No? Do you not know the B-52s? You know of them, don't you?
Yeah,
Love Shack, etc.
Yeah.
Anyway, these are big, sturdy clasps. What is good about having a clasp like this? I'm going to weigh that.
If you've got a lot of weight to your piece of jewellery, so you're using really big, chunky gemstones, you want a really secure clasp to go on there. But also for a gents piece, if you're doing gents chainmail, you want like a nice, you know, sturdy clasp that's in keeping with that piece, or a piece of Viking knit. If I can I just bring over?
1.40 grams in that clasp, in each clasp.
So
in rose gold I've weighed.
This Viking knit piece, I think the silver, that would go really well in there because it's in keeping with the size of the actual chunkiness of that piece.
Balance, as we talk about.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're going to get 3 pieces of each of the colours. So that's something to bear in mind. So it's not just 3 pieces, it's 3 of the silver, 3 of the rose gold, and 3 of the gold. You're getting a big amount in here, but the price point, we are bringing this to you at a bundle deal. We're talking about just shy of 1.5 grams per clasp here. That is adding quality, that is adding weight, that is adding sturdiness, isn't it?
Yeah.
It truly is.
The size of the jump ring that's on the end there, you could attach multiple like chains or beaded pieces to that, and they wouldn't all sort of like stick together. They've got enough room to move.
Yeah. You have got here that brilliant amount of metal, and as I say, you're getting all of those ones in each. Now I do have to move on because I've got loads more to fit in. And the next one I'm going to bring to you gives you this gorgeous lattice-like look. It's really going to add star-like sparkle to your star bag. Laughing at me saying bye-bye and how it sounds like the Teletubbies. Which Teletubby would you be?
Lala.
That was quick.
Straight there.
Boom.
Life goals. Life goals.
Wow, Lala. Yeah, I can see that. We're going to be ready to say bye-bye to these soon because we're going to do you a Star Buy discount deal. They are quality. They really are so beautiful. Look at how expressive these are. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've got serious personality about them. You've got to remember that, you know, back in sort of ancient Egyptian times, and that's what these remind me of because of those scrolls. It almost reminds me of kind of, you know, Egyptian eyeliner and makeup and even hieroglyphics. Back in ancient Egyptian times, silver was more expensive than gold. And that is why when you see artifacts, you know, a lot of them are in a gold colour or a copper colour because silver was saved for the elite, the rich, the famous, you know. You have got here 5 pieces of these in sterling silver and they are, you know, big pieces that we're offering you. And I will just say they've got a good size aperture on them. So obviously they're open all the way through, but they've got a great aperture running all the way from the sort of base all the way up to the top of the heart, as you can see there. That, as a addition to a design, I think is going to add something that everyone can recognise. Yeah. It's not too obvious of a heart, because not everybody maybe wants that, you know. Yeah. It's a little bit more subtle, it's a little bit more subdued. But also, with it being so ornate, maybe if you're using a couple in together, you know, you're even stepping away from that completely. You know, I quite like those ones like that.
Really nice, that. That's really pretty, like a little bow tie.
Yeah, it is. I really like these, and I think you're going to as well. In fact, I know you're going to because there's so many of you already in on this, right? We've had an incredibly busy day today. We've actually only got 3 hours left on show. Oh, no, hang on. 2 hours left. Oh, I forgot. Oh, nice. Oh. You've only got a 4-hour show on the Late Show, so we've got 2 hours left over. That's it. So it's your chance to get your final super Star Buy saving deals today on these, and we're bringing them to you at a drop down deal of £6.95. We're dripping those prices down for you, just dripping those pennies off. Oh, how lovely would this be with my must-have? That'd be really nice,
because you could hang that from the one of the elements on the front as well, so you keep all the hearts together.
As a theme? Yeah. As a theme, that would be absolutely beautiful. Really pretty. So you've got the heart that is on the slider, but as Fleur was saying, drop a Rooney one on the front. Yeah. Just to tie that in even more. Yeah. The slider bracelet is today's must-have. We're going to bring these connectors shortly. These are on your screen right now at a drop-down deal of £6.95. Please remember, in just a few hours, come 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, these will be back up in price point. So, not long till they go back up in price. 12 hours, that sounds like a long time, but you'll be sleeping for 8 of them.
I was going to say, all you can do is go to sleep. Yeah. And then before you know it, you'll be waking up again.
Yeah, and then you're like, no, they've gone back up in price. I should have checked out sooner.
Do you know something really cute happened this morning?
Tell me.
So at 7:30, Max wandered into the bedroom in his school uniform. He thought it was a school day. And he was upset and started crying. But he couldn't go to school.
So lovely.
Because he wanted to go and read his book.
That is so adorable.
It's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, he was all ready in his shorts and his T-shirt.
What a little cutie.
He just loves learning.
Oh,
he loves doing chainmail.
Well, yes, I've heard about this. And polishing silver.
Oh, yes.
You've got him on that as well now, haven't you?
Yeah, but he's wrecked me bangles, so it's not...
It's easy enough to do.
He's been sacked from polishing sterling silver.
That's it.
He's gouged my bangle.
£6.95 is your opportunity to get your hands on this one. Can you, Adam and Eve, it's already time to go into a break. What's happening after the break? Today's must-have. Now, what I'm going to do with today's must-have is a must-have deal, must-have deal, must-have deal. Also, I've got more of this space, and we are going to have truly one of the nicest kits I have seen in ages. So, I will see you after the break.
Our Jewellery Maker community is a fantastic platform to share, learn, chat and make new friends. So why not like our Facebook page and join over 64,000 like-minded people?
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
The Jewellery Maker phone is free from a UK landline, so call us today to place your order.
You can watch our Jewellery Maker show every day on our website by clicking the Watch and Buy Online link in the top right-hand corner of our homepage.
It's 8 o'clock at night and just now Fleur's just gone, my dog's inside out. There are flaps and tags everywhere on this dog. Wowzers. That's why she's sort of, that's a real skill, that is.
Yes.
Today, what I'm about to bring to you is almost more surprising. Today's must-have. Now, can I just let you know this has already been really popular? We've got about 15% of the stock already gone on this, on pre-orders. So I will just let you know that you really do just need to come in and grab the final few if you want it. And why would people want to come in and grab the final few of these? Do you think Fleur Hastings?
I think
inside outer.
Inside out top day. I think these slider bracelets are absolutely beautiful, and the fact that you've got a heart on that as well,
beautiful,
makes
isn't it?
it even more those gorgeous sort of like love connotations. Because hearts, stars, you know, they're kind of things that are gonna always grab people's attention.
Be in trend, be on trend, and be in fashion, aren't they?
Yeah.
And also, I suppose, quite easy for you to sell, because it can be a one-size-fits-all to a degree, can't it?
Yeah, depending on how much you put on in the centre section.
Yeah.
You know, you can make that into a multi-size piece, going from quite a small, delicate wrist, you know, to a wrist like mine, which is like 7.5 inches.
Which is an average size, really, isn't it? But what you have here is dependent on how much, because basically when you get this, you know, this section will be taken out. It will just be the slider. You could make this very, very dainty. You know, almost, what I like about these is, for me, they make quite nice sort of christening idea bracelets, because obviously you get christening bracelets and children don't really wear them, you know, for they're a keepsake, but, you know, you could make this baby, you know, child sized for a little christening riff, just for a photograph or two, couldn't you? Obviously, you know, keep an eye if you've got any small parts, etc. But, and then they could keep that, look after it, protect it, use, you know, anti-tarnish bags like we did this morning, or even the connoisseur cleaners like we did this morning. There are still some left over, truly. Look at JewelleryMaker.com, because we did get discounts that won't last past 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. But yeah, you know, that could be something that lasts you for life, and you can wear for life.
Yeah, I mean, I've got my christening bracelets from when I was a little girl.
Gorgeous.
And like you say, that, you know, they were the ones that you push together to the extendable bangles, but there's no way they'd fit me, and it would be such a shame to have them melted down to make something that I can make, that I can wear now. Whereas something like this, like you say, it's absolutely perfect to actually, you know, wear throughout their life.
Yeah, to wear and appreciate and have as a legacy piece, and have as a, because again, you know, that motif, as we've said, ain't going nowhere. That chain, it's so sturdy, it's so strong, it's not going anywhere. It's a real beautiful addition to your collection, in my opinion. And with that wonderful legacy, keepsake, heritage, you know, strength, sturdiness, ageless beauty.
Yeah, and you can engrave onto these as well. If you take these to an engraver, you can engrave onto them. I wouldn't stamp onto them because of the silicone that's inside that creates a slider. It might squash, But I think, you know, if you took that to an engraver, you know, on the high street they do lots of engraving, that kind of thing, and they could engrave initials on there or something, you know, okay, just an initial or a number or something like that that's, you know, synonymous to that person that's going to be wearing it.
This is a fantastic opportunity. I haven't got 15% of my stock gone anymore. It's quite significantly more. So let me just say, get yourself ready and raring to dial through, because we're bringing you a must-have shop-opportunity today. Well done to Collector Dawn and Karen, Sandra, Paula, Josephine, Sarah, Jenna, a collector in, oh, it doesn't say undisclosed collector, and a collector in Hampshire as well. Congrats to you all. Most of you, by the way, multi-buying. I'm not stopping there on price though, so I'm saying a big congratulations, because you've got in before the rush. Everybody is about to check out. By the way, those people are people who have added this post it being on screen, so there was already 15% of the stock gone when I had this on pre-order. $9.95 is actually your discount deal on this one today, because it's our must-have.
I've never seen any slider bracelet go under £10 personally.
And for this gram weight too.
Never seen that before.
I have seen it on when we do the skinny chains. Because we don't always do it on this type of chain, do we? I've seen it on the skinny chains, but not on this style of chain, I don't think.
And with
thick
a heart
popcorn
as well.
chain.
Yeah, it's a heart.
It has gone loop-de-loop. Susan and Barbara, Claire, Jenna and the Sarah, Josephine and Paula Sue collector. I was filming a Christmas DVD this morning, and that song may well have given you a clue as to what we were making with Gemma Crow. But yeah, that's why I'm still feeling Christmassy. Half my stock has now gone. I had decent quantity, but I don't anymore. Well done, all of you who are coming through and getting this. I think it's so pretty and so wearable and usable and so affordable, quite frankly.
Yeah, it is. It's yeah, that's. I know you've got to put something in the middle, you know, either charms or your gemstones, but that's like a box of chocolates price, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or a bunch of flowers price that's not going to last.
Yeah.
Especially not in my house.
No.
Flowers seem to
forget about water. You put them on top of the radiator, they wilt.
That's it. The kids eat the chocolate.
Yeah. was on my break. I went to grab some lunch for tomorrow morning because I'm up in the morning, so you know I need to grab something. And there was a lady who was buying some 10-day flowers, and she went to the wrapping booth and started wrapping her own flowers, which you're not meant to. You're meant to wait for someone. Right. And there was like tissue paper and everything else. And this member of staff who was stocking up the sandwiches just went, "Can you believe the cheek of some people? You have to pay for that. You have to pay for that." She didn't go up to her and say anything, mind you. But she went up to the till and she was behind me in the till. And the 10-day flowers, I don't know if you had to pay, what you had to pay extra for the wrapping experience, 2 pieces of tissue paper and a bit of a ribbon. But the flowers themselves were $12.99. So I don't know if that's with whatever, but 10-day flower. I mean, it was a nice bouquet, I'll be honest with you. But it was a supermarket bouquet. But it's $12.95.
Still going to be gone within 10 days.
Yeah.
That won't be gone within 10 days.
Nope. Unless your friend goes, "Oh, I like that. That's nice. Where'd you get that from?" And then starts mentioning it and mentioning it and mentioning it, and then you're guilted into giving it to him or selling it to him. Does she?
Yeah, but she never buys anything.
No. Well, you have to. You have to for your sister, though, don't you?
Yeah, but it's taking the mickey now.
Is it? Has it got to that level? Has it?
Yeah.
For Christmas, just give her a little photograph of all the jewellery she stole them off you. And there you go.
There you go. Yeah. That's what,
already done. Well done to all of you. Hardly any of these left. I will just let you know, I don't like naming and shaming, but there's loads of you with it in your baskets. There is a minute or so wait on the phone lines, but I promise you it's worth every single second. And if you love these connectors, because remember, it's a free phone line, and I don't know if you know this, but our call centre, where we used to film, you know our old studio, that room is now the call centre. Yeah, they have, they've made the old studio a call centre, So when you're calling in, that's where they're sat in that lovely studio. And so it's literally a few doors down the road, as I'm sure you know if you've ever been here or on any of our workshops, remembering that we're announcing the workshop winners from the morning show tomorrow morning for that those 2 £110 vouchers. I've written about it on my Facebook page, do feel free to have a look. But yeah, there is a bit of a queue. They will be with you very, very soon. And whilst you're there, just as a reminder, I've got these connectors coming up for you, which are so fashionable, aren't they?
They are. They're brilliant. I think these are the kind of things that you would see in lots of those charm shops.
£9.95 for you today. It's a really great price point, isn't it? A huge well done to every single one of you. Vicky's in! Have you any wire end tips in just sterling silver, please? Yes, Vicky, we have. Coming up, 9:30. We gave you a little show-a-rooney of these earlier on.
We did.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Nothing else to say, really.
They're like little headphones, aren't they? They're like little headphones if you stand them up the other way. Like proper, you know, like the big headphones. I think they look like headphones. Yeah. Like
have you said headphones enough? They're actually.
Do you not think they look like headphones?
Yeah, no, they do. But what are they actually?
They're wire end tips, wire guardians.
Yeah. Wire guardian. If you don't know what these are, you're brand new to us, don't worry, we'll explain what they are. But basically, they are something that our guest designers love. Our guest designers, when they get them in a kit, they become a little bit over the moon.
Yeah, they do.
Don't they?
A beautiful professional finish to our jewellery.
Very much so. We'll explain how to use them and everything else in a bit. Okie pokes. How's about I bring to you now the wire end tips on pre-order. So they are on pre-order. So if you already know what to do with them and everything else and you want to make sure you're multi-purchasing a massive amount, then do grab them now. If you want to know more about them and you want to check the closing price and everything else, stick with me. But yeah, JewelleryMaker.com, you can get them that way, or call in the call centre and asking for those. They are on pre-order. Before that, I'm going to do the connectors, which are new to me. I've got them on this bracelet, and I've got them on this bracelet. both on lovely slider bracelets. B Diddy made, do you know what? This is a really good point to make.
You made that one.
B Diddy made this one with this slider. Our in-house designer made this one, again on a slider. Now that goes to show that whether you are, you know, a professional designer, whether you are a professional producer, whether you are, you know, just brand new to jewellery making, you can make things that look high-end when you have the right items. And I think if you've got that slider, these are perfect. I'm just stack them up because I love this whole big, stacky, chunky thing that's coming in. Look at those together. Things like this and elements like this give you a really professional finish, I like.
They do, and when you think, I hope Becky doesn't mind me saying this, but quite a simple technique to put them together as well. Just opening and closing your jump rings.
And we did some brand new jump rings before in the 1 mil.
Yeah, they would be perfect actually.
Yeah. You have got 3 in this collection. You are getting these 3 quite sizable pieces. This sort of open hollow space is a big trend, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it really is. It's great. You see collections of, you know, from top designers that are doing these kind of like orbital designs or sort of like, you know, not minimalistic, but, you know, there's a lot of silver there, but quite a minimalistic design. But I'm thinking you could, if you wanted to, fill those with resin. You could actually
fill them with resin.
Can I just take one off? Just
of course you can. You have got the opportunity with these. Go on. What do you say? Resin. So what? Sellotape on the back, or other tapes are available?
Yeah, just a sticky tape on the back. And then just, because your loops are attached on the inside as well. So they're attached on the actual inside. That's a really lovely design look. So yeah, just pop a little bit of tape on the back, fill them with resin, let that cure for 12 hours, and it's good to wear. It doesn't finish curing for another 7 days after that, but it's ready to wear in 12, 24 hours. But that would look lovely with different colours behind as well.
Yeah.
Or you could, again, engrave. You could take that to an engraver, get them engraved. Or if you've got, you know, neat handwriting and one of your engraver tools, you could have a go with those as well.
Totally.
But, yeah, these kind of like intrinsic circle designs, satellite circles, they're just so nice, and they're such amazing high polish on them.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what's really, really lovely.
It's such a professional look with that amount of glow, isn't it?
They're
there are so many designers. I'm just typing it in. There are so many designers who are doing this right now. Thomas Sabo, obviously, what their logo is, basically, isn't it?
I think Monica
Veneda, absolutely. And I love her design.
These kind of designs now.
Yeah, there's just loads and loads and loads of different people out there doing it. And the fact that we're able to bring you these 3 as a launch price offer of $8.95 just goes to show you're getting something very special. Let me also show you that I've got some pendant charms. And actually, if I show you, just pop these off for a second. Pop these off for a second. Let me just show you. I'm going to add your pendant dropper to this. Actually, is it this one? No, it's not. Sorry, ignore that. Look away! Look away! It's these ones. That's a large pendant. Let me show you what we've got here. These are your larger, thicker pendants. So those ones, a bit more of that hollow space. If you want more of the metal, that's what you've got here, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Just seeing if... Oh, there we go.
Come on. Oh, nice. Let me hand you one. Okay. On a shepherd's hook. If you want sterling silver findings, we had those today. I would just suggest you get yourself down to JewelleryMaker.com because we've done some sterling silver clearance weekend deals, and we've done brand new items left, right, and centre as well. I did these incredible water lily designs that would look great with these. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, if you've got the sterling silver jump rings, you could make like a little Mobius at the top and then just have those underneath.
That's cute.
Or you could use them as a base and to use your 0.4 wire that we've got coming up and wire wrap a gemstone on the bottom so it looks like a rope around like a gorgeous idea. You know, like a kind of an emblem, and then put your gemstone at the bottom.
Gents jewellery.
Yeah.
And I think it is a thing we do not talk about too often.
No.
You know, even with male guest designers, you know, we talk a lot about female jewellery.
Yeah.
I think men's jewellery with precious metal and genuine gemstones, a bit of an untapped market.
Yes, it is, yeah. Well, Gareth Southgate brought a Monica Veneda bracelet right into the, on the trending hashtags.
Oh, yeah?
It was one of the top ones. It was
I
just a
didn't
leather
know that.
bracelet. Yeah, it was a
I
leather
saw the
bracelet.
one, but
it was on one of the England one, but that was one of the top ones, not that the fact that there were other football hashtags, it was the bracelet that he was wearing.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a huge market out there for gents jewellery.
Definitely.
And these would be great as cufflinks. You would be able to work these into a cufflink design.
That is fantastic. Should we ask a gent in the building what he thinks of these? Tom? No, I'm joking. And lovely Adam, if we were to do this, how would you do it? What would you make? Would you just put it on a, like as a bracelet, or on what would you do with these? What would you wear with these as a gent?
I'd like a leather cord.
Just a leather cord bracelet or a necklace?
You could have like or a tie slide.
Yeah.
You could
One that you'd wear under like your t-shirt, maybe. Yeah.
You could have a tie, you know, a tie clip, and have that on there.
Lovely idea.
I think they are. They're very, very useful. Really, really useful. Like say in gents jewellery, and because they're precious metal, if you wanted to hammer them, you could hammer them, put a texture on them, and then patina them.
Lovely idea.
So when you hammer them, you would get that nice dimpled look to them.
That's a great idea. £8 and oh, sorry, plot spoiler alert. Sorry. Sorry. £8.95 is your price point today. £8.95 is your deal. Lots of you treating yourself to these ones. These are 8mm in sort of, you know, the hollowest sort of section of these, but as you can see, there's a big difference between them. That is a really lovely sturdy finesse that you've got there. And at £8.95, it's going to work perfectly with the previous connector I bought to you, or as a little charm.
What? The beautiful bracelet that we did for under £5.
Yes, which has been taken off me,
Yeah,
but
that was in the
I'll give you an
box, but
idea of it.
That with a charm.
that kind of chain.
Yeah, just that as a charm on there.
Beautiful. Don't need to be fancy.
No, you don't.
I'll let you take that off and then pop it back on. Okay, what about a pendant now? So that's still that same design. Oh man. It's a connector, sorry, I've just seen the other loop, but this time much larger.
Wow, yeah.
The weight on that is big. So let me show you in comparison. These are the ones we did in the bracelet earlier on, but this is the one I'm doing now, just to give you an idea of the difference in size. So quite a bit more of a sizable piece we've got here. You can see how sizable this connector is in comparison. It kind of overshadows it almost, doesn't it, actually? You're getting 1.40 grams worth of your beautiful precious metal here. We're bringing it to you at a launch price offer. The arrows are in. We're going under a £5. One connector, one big gram weight, one little price, £4.95. Ring.
I was thinking Eslon, but ring would be beautiful with some 0.8 wire. Just do a little loop on either end. Pop that in. But I just thought, is it a lark's head knot?
Yes, where you just go, oh, sorry.
Attach them together. Whoop. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just, you could even put like one of your slider clasps on there, or you could do a Solomon's bar, which I learnt that's what they're called.
What is?
Do you know the sliding knot at the back of a bracelet?
Yeah, is that what it's called?
Solomon's bar.
I was just calling it a macrame sliding knot.
That's what I've always called it.
A Solomon's bar.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Solomon's star. I'm going to start calling it. £4.95. Good work to everyone who's getting that, and I think it does work in and tie in very, very nicely. Yeah. Can I just let you know, I've got oodles more coming up for you. Can we just have a little brief chat about your kit, which is coming up in about 40 minutes, but I don't want anyone to sort of go, well, you know, there's only an hour and a half left. What more can we do? This kit, I genuinely don't want you to miss out on, because it's one of those kits that comes around once in a blue moon at one of those price points that I would never expect. And even now I know it, I'm not even going to give you a clue towards it, because genuinely I'm worried that what we've discussed, when my producer, B Diddy, presses a button, it's going to not go as low as it possibly should. This is in daylight.
Beautiful.
This is in daylight.
Look at that blue.
And look at that clasp. That clasp is coming in for in the kit for you as well. I've got sterling silver wire coming up as well. And that intensity of colour is just, it's very special, I think.
It is.
I love that
It's a
kit.
beautiful kit.
And the price on it is like so low that it's almost painfully low.
It is.
It's so low that it's almost like, you know, when you brush your teeth and it feels dead nice. Get ready for this analogy.
Yeah.
It's a good
Okay.
one. You know, when you brush your teeth and it feels really nice. That's how I felt when I looked at this kit. And then when B Diddy told me how low we were going, it's like she went, "You've just brushed your teeth here." Hang on, sorry, I need to put my teeth back in.
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, go on. I wish I was writing these down. This is brilliant today.
It's like my producer said, "You've just brushed your teeth with lovely minty. Now, here's the price, have a glass of orange juice." It was like that. It almost made me feel like that uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It is that good.
I thought you were going to say when
You
you
make me
brush your
feel
teeth
uncomfortable.
and you bash that bit of your gum with your toothbrush. You know when you catch that bit
That
of your gum?
bit, the little...
That hurts.
No, none of that. But the kit is incredible, is what I'm trying to say. And I think I did it very eloquently.
You did.
Thanks for lying, mate. I am bringing to you 925 solid sterling silver, and you have got that lovely lube at the top, a real big sturdiness and thickness, and you saw the arrows, as did I. You are getting a £6. Ooh, no, you're not. £4.95, £2 off. Now, I always say this, but I think it's so important to remind ourselves about this. First things first, when we take £2 off something, if you found £2 on the floor, you would pick it up.
Yep.
If you're anything like me, you'd then text your dad in Spain and go, "You never guess what I just found on the floor, £2.
Yeah.
Take a picture of it, me on the floor with it, look. Come on. And my dad would appreciate that. But yeah, you know, if I found £2 on the floor, I would do that. Also, important to remember, if I've got a £100 strand and I take £2 off, it's only 2%. It's not that exciting. But £2 off, £6.95, that is a big percentage you're getting back in your pocket.
It is. It is. It's a lot of money back.
Yeah.
When you think that it's no lesser quality than it was £2 more. Either.
You're right. That's
It's
another
not a
good
less,
point.
It's not. We're not taking a bit of sterling silver off there.
No. It's not like we've gone, "Oh, you want £2 off? Cool, I'm just going to trim this
Yeah,
bit."
I'll take that bit off. Yeah. Because that is a substantial piece of jewellery, isn't it? That's a substantial pendant by itself.
Well done, £4.95. I've got to move on now. Okay. There's nothing in that one, truthfully. Nothing. Let's stick with that design. However, go for rose gold.
See, I would have this alongside the previous one on a chain. Put the two together.
Would you? Next door, underneath?
Yeah, next door, yeah. Make them neighbours.
That is a lovely, lovely colour. And it's so nice to see that much rose gold on a big surface. Because rose gold pieces that I'm used to seeing are, you know, they're streamlined, they're slender, they're crimp tubes, they're little chains. But that is a really nice mirror-like shine and surface on your rose gold, isn't it?
Beautiful it is.
Very pretty design.
I like the way that the loop at the top is sitting landscape as well, so that when you put a jump ring onto there to attach to your chain, it will be nice and flat. So it's not going to twist and turn.
Yeah, it sits properly. You are getting a wonderful eye-catching piece here. It is a beautiful quality design that you've got here. And you're getting that big amount of metal weight. Your deal on this one, as you can see, is rolling down. Now that, just to remind you, is sterling silver, which has been formed and created, and then we've added rose gold on top of it. We haven't taken any of the sterling silver away and then added metal on top.
No, it's fully like I say, it started off as the same as the other, and then it's had extra put over the top of that as well.
Yeah. And remember, if you want to keep these really high shine, use the likes of your polishing cloths and anti-tarnish cloths that we did this morning to keep that high shine look. But also with sterling silver ones, you can alter the colour if you wanted to with some of the sterling silver, can't you?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
So don't forget, that's always an option as well. £6.95, etching these, design, you know, even doing wire sort of over these or something, different colour. Okie dokie, the connector is going to go to match now. Now, I saw a make by our lovely in-house designer who worked these together actually. Oh no, they didn't. Oh well, I'm going to show you anyway, just to give you an idea of what we've got here. Because you could do this design. Oh yeah, look, with the connector. Look at that.
Yeah.
Elegant. Isn't that elegant? So you've got, you can see it says, it's got 925 on one side of it, and then the other side is kept plain. And you could do that, like that, put the pendant underneath.
Yep, that's it.
How glamorous.
Yeah, just 2 jump rings to attach it all together and attach it to your chain.
Yeah. It's quite a sort of, you know, sort of a chic look, actually.
It is. It really
Very
is.
chic.
And you could attach the silver pendant and have the rose gold element in the middle and then attach that to a silver chain, because we've not done a rose gold chain so far, have we?
No, you're right.
So you could mix the metals in there.
Great idea. Today we're bringing this brand new item to you with the connection point for just £5.95. All of these are your premier price point deals. So if you like them, you should have put a ring on it.
I'd have never got that.
No?
No, I'd have never got to that point.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Okay, I'm bringing you the gold version now, and then I think that's all for these. So you've got the gold version now, again, of the pendant. I've got one more connector, but then that's the end of these halo designs. So if you like them, if you've liked these sort of circlet charms, good time to grab them. So I'm bringing to you the connector now. And what a lovely connection point it is. You've got the opportunity with this pendant to use it at the very bottom, or as our in-house designer has here, use it almost as sort of a little, you know, a weight almost, at the clasp point just over here. So you can see, by having it that way, obviously this will be at the back, but if you pop something like that at the back of the neckline, that's going to keep from rolling, possibly. Depends on what design you're making, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's so nice to have all 3 colours, because you could, if you wanted to, put them all onto a chain or into a chainmail design, because you've got the same, like, circular emblem that goes through your chainmail as well, so you could do that.
And that mixed metal look, bang on trend, has been for years. You know, our lovely director Kerry has loved the mixed metals for years and years. And you know, she's a cool kitten. Is that Kerry? She is. I'm bringing into you the sterling silver with the gold over the top. £6.95, a brilliant, lovely, big piece of metal. And I'm finally bringing the connector, and then when we're done for those new pieces, but don't worry, I have got more new elements and pieces coming up for you. Yeah.
They're a nice weight, aren't they? See, my daughter would wear that. Neve would wear that. She'd love that.
Oh yeah, I'd wear that completely. I think anyone would really. Yeah. Especially if you've got a little gemstone and maybe suspended it on the inside too, because you could do that too, couldn't you? I think.
Definitely. I think that's really pretty.
Me too. Let's do a deal. Gold plating, sterling silver, circle connector. £5.95 now for this one. We're just taking off every single possible penny we possibly can for you at home on these brand new items. I've got so many more goodies coming up. Sterling silver wire, genuine gemstone, sterling silver. I've got your wire guardians. What do we call them now?
Guardians of the wire.
Yes. I just went very serious. As soon as someone starts talking superheroes, I'm like that. Oh yes. Yes.
Yes.
I feel like that green lass.
That's it.
We are, loads of these have gone on pre-order, by the way, so I should just let you know that. How's about, oh, I thought that was the last one of the connectors. It's not, I tell a lie. I didn't tell a lie, I just didn't realise it's actually a charm bail. But it's got a similar feel to it. You could use these over the top of your Kumihimo.
Yes, these are fabulous for Kumihimo, your Viking knit, your stretchy bracelets.
Ooh, that's a nice idea.
So you
Stretchy bracelets with big gemstones on either side. Like your jadeite bracelet, which we never talk about on air.
Never.
I mean, every show, because it is like an iconic piece. But yeah, that'd work really nicely.
Yeah, you just literally just pop that in your stretchy bracelet with your large gemstones either side. Something like your either side.
That strand of beryl is so good. I mean,
isn't it?
it's stunning, isn't it?
It really is. It is. It's absolutely. It was an honour to be able to work with something like this.
Oh, and that's so special because you obviously work with a lot of kits.
Yeah.
You know.
No,
Very special.
certain ones just stick in your
Yeah.
hand, and this one will.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful.
You've got your gold-plated charm bail here, so you can add it into your stretchy bracelets in £1.95. It's sterling silver. It's gold over the top. £1.95. It's a bargain basement deal. Grab as many as you can because stretchy bracelets, I personally think, and you of course always can disagree with me, but I personally think we sometimes think of stretchy bracelets as being, you know, a low-cost, cheap as chips item that no one wants to spend money on.
Yeah.
But Links of London, for
Yeah.
example, they do
Yeah.
stretchy bracelets
Yeah.
for triple figures. And I think it's easy to forget, you know, you can do stretchy bracelets that deserve precious metals like this.
I was having this conversation in the office not so long, a couple of months ago, and they said, "Oh, you know, simple jewellery." I said, "It's not simple jewellery. Yes, it may be a simple technique to make it, but it's elegant, timeless jewellery that you're making." And a lot of people have this preconceived idea that stretchy bracelets can be like costume jewellery, that they're not going to be safe, it hasn't got a clasp on there. I've restrung this jadeite bracelet twice in 3.5 years, and I wear it every single day, never take it off.
No.
And as long as you're using like your 1mm thick elastic, you know, your stretch magic that we do, or your beadle on, it's absolutely fine. And they are, like you said, they're on every designer's sort of like repertoire.
Totally.
They've always got like bracelets that are easy to wear.
They really do. Grab them whilst you can. And you are, so well done, everyone. Well done. We are about to bring you something really, really beautiful. It's going to be a really intricate, detailed chain, but at a special style by Bryce. Oh, Prince of Wales chain. I think I am safe in saying, at the moment, it is my favourite style of chain. And I said that this morning. I brought you a Prince of Wales chain this morning. I brought you two, actually. One is a bracelet and one is a necklace. I genuinely think it is my favourite chain at the moment because it is so ridiculously intricate. I can imagine you doing a larger style version of this in chainmail.
Yeah, so it's like a double twist, isn't it? It's like a spiral chainmail link. Like you say, so when you actually really get up close and personal to it, it's so like in depth, that design. You look at where each one of those, like a helix chain, isn't it, almost?
Totally.
So there's so much detail in there and so much work that goes into making each one of those little links. And I think the most fascinating thing I've ever seen is a chain machine working.
They're fascinating, aren't they?
Yeah, it's crazy to think that that's creating
something.
All these different kinds of chains.
And again, Italian-made design. You know, we think of Italy, we think of some of the biggest jewellery houses in Milan and some of the biggest, you know, workshops in Murano, etc. Italian design chain made with these immaculate pieces of machinery which have been around for decades and decades and centuries because they do the best, most magical, sturdy, iconic, yet movable chains.
Yes. And you think how many more chains are now coming about? Because when I was younger, it was you had the Figaro chain and a Belcher chain or a Rolo chain, whichever one you knew them as, like a big watch style chain, and a curve chain, and that was it. And now you've got these amazing. I mean, Prince of Wales chain is an old chain, it's an old style chain, but you think it's stood the test of time. You know, it's substantial. It'll hold lots of weight. It's a great gram weight of silver there, and a beautiful clasp.
It's beautiful, and again, the perfect match, and a lovely finish to that as well. You know, you've got these sort of pinch bail almost finishing pieces, not just a big, jump ring or whatever. Yeah. It's such a beautiful and intricate design. You are getting a full 20 each piece on this one right now. And what we've got for you here is giving you a star-like sparkle. It's giving you...
You're never going to live that down tonight.
I'm trying not to say bar as opposed to star at the moment. So yeah, it gives you a star-like sparkle. And you are getting 20-inch chain for a star by price. You can see the arrows of joy. They're rolling in, they're rolling down, they're rolling on. Your price point, no, I did not know we were doing that. You've lied to me on paperwork. You are, this is an official document. I mean, the massive tea stain doesn't say it. But, yeah, you've lied to me. This says, right here, where has it gone? $7.95. $7.95, that says, promise you. 100... Oh, hang on, 220 we've got of these, so that's probably why we've got an even more spectacular price point. That is astonishing. That is brilliant. Really. Whoa, you're all in for this. Let me just pop it on a little bust for you. There we go. Just to give you an idea of the sit and the way that the lay of the land on this. One of those new pendants from this with one of your new jump rings. Yeah. We did brand new jump rings before, which would look great as spacers, great as just connectors. And we did a launch price point on them, brand new sterling silver jump rings. But yeah, just one of those with a pendant. That's an everlasting luxury look.
Or just a gemstone, just one gemstone.
Just one gem. On there. That is the most peachy of morganites, isn't it? Love the word peachy.
Yeah, I like peachy.
Peachy. Oh, look at the cheeks, they're so peachy. Which reminded me. I went to see the full Monty, on a completely unrelated thing, went to see the full Monty the other night. Yeah, at the theatre. It was brilliant. Have you seen it?
I've seen the film.
The film, yeah, me too.
I've never seen it.
I went to see it at the theatre. Tell you, it was like being on an endo. Really? Honestly, yeah. The audience were going wild. I was like, it's only 7:30.
Is it the full Monty?
Yeah, it is. They leave their hat on, if you know what I mean. But anyway, yeah, it was brilliant. It was really, truly, truly good. It was so good. Very funny as well, very funny.
Did they all have Sheffield accents?
Yes.
Oh, good.
They did, actually. Even Gary Lucy off of Hollyoaks, and there's loads of celebs in it. Yeah. Someone off of Dinner Ladies, but I've forgotten his name. Used to love Dinner Ladies. You know Victoria Wood?
I love Dinner Ladies.
The main guy who she had a thing with in it.
Yeah,
He's in it. Yeah.
Tony.
Leaving his hat on.
Yeah.
Someone from Corrie in it and Brookside. Someone from... Oh, there was loads of celebs. Anyway, it was dead good. And the main point is... Sterling silver chain, £4.95. Back to the job at hand.
I didn't know that was even touring.
Yeah.
We've got Wicked round here soon as well.
I've been to see that.
I love Wicked.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Did you cry when they sang Defying Gravity?
No, I don't think I did, if I'm honest.
You need to go and watch it again.
Yeah.
Don't wait till you cry.
Because, do you know why, though? When I went to see it, I didn't actually know any of the songs.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think I was that, here with it. But now, I mean, I've watched The Greatest Showman for the second time now.
I've never seen it.
And
Never seen it.
I think you'll like it.
Will I?
I think
Oh,
so,
I'll
yeah. I
watch
think
that
that, because you like the whole big
Yes,
drama. Did you
yeah.
like Moulin Rouge?
I love Moulin Rouge.
Well, then you
yeah.
will like Greatest Showman.
Oh, I'll have
In
to
my
watch that one.
opinion, not as good as Moulin Rouge, but I'm biased, it's my favourite film. So it's still very, very good though. Anyway, well done to one and all. Do feel free to text us in this evening. We'd love to hear from you. What's your favourite film? What interesting shows have you been to recently? Have you yourself ever... What?
I've booked tickets for me and my mum to go and see Billy Ocean next year.
Okay, that's
Although
fantastic.
I did tell her we were going to go and see Billy Idol. I got the wrong Billy. And she looked at me like that. She went, really?
Really?
Do I like? She actually said, do I like Billy Idol? I was like, oh no, we're not going to see Billy Idol.
Oh no, it's not even
Billy
him.
Ocean.
Oh, what
Yeah.
a gorgeous gift. Aren't you
It's for
good?
helping me all year at my events.
That is so lovely. Your mum is brilliant.
And I told her I bought 2 tickets. But I told her that I was driving, so she's got to take me.
Oh, that's nice. Fleur's mum sells Fleur's jewellery more than Fleur
Yeah,
does.
she does.
She really does.
She won't stop talking to them. I think they just buy it just so they can get away from her.
Oh, she's gorgeous, is your mum?
Oh, that's... I've never seen this before. Oh, wow.
How incredible
That's
is that?
very whimsical in its design.
Perfect way of describing it. Look at
That's
this.
beautiful.
A wonderful, high shine, decadent tree of life with a mattified back. But look, 2 separate pieces, but they come on the same bail. I adore that as a design. Solid sterling silver, wow.
Have you been to Solihull?
Yes.
Do you know there's a shop that's wonderful and fabulous that sells lots of different jewellery designers in there? Does the charm?
Oh, I know what you
bracelets,
mean.
things like
Sorry,
that.
yes, of course I do, yes.
So it's like a franchise that they sell
Yes.
lots of different. They have a lot of independent jewellers.
Yeah.
I think Monica Veneda started in there. Those kind of people. This is the kind of thing that you would see in that shop for
Totally.
a lot of money.
Yeah. To get the 2
lot of
different
money.
stances and
Yeah.
to get that, you know, punched out detail. Look at that. It almost looks like it's glowing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what you could do with that? Have you worked with F-colour yet?
Yes.
Remember F-colour?
Back in the day.
Yeah. You could F-colour the back of that and put a beautiful...
This section.
On that section there, and then when it sits together, you'll have a colour coming through.
I love that idea so much.
And it'd be so easy to do. So easy.
I absolutely love and adore this pendant. That is so high shine. And catch yourself on 12. We're doing a price drop.
Have we got lots of
I
them?
genuinely, honestly, okay, we're only doing this because I've got 109. If I had 20, we wouldn't be doing this price drop. I need this. This is honestly the nicest pendant I've seen for ages. This is stunning. $9.95 for you today. Look at that high shine quality. You could even stamp onto the back of this. You could colour it. You could give this sort of you know when you flame torch or colour them or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that is sensational. Little names in the background. There's a little
That'd be
secret
nice.
message.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Because that'll kind of get in the way.
Yeah.
I think that is astonishing. I want to get one of those as well.
I'm definitely getting one of those as soon as we come off air, if there's any left.
Yeah.
I might get one for my mum as well, because she likes that kind of circle of life, tree of life designs.
Beautiful.
That is absolutely brilliant. For the amount of work that goes... Because if I had to pierce that out of a sterling silver sheet, that would take me probably about an hour to pierce it out, and then I've got to clean it all up as well. So I've got to file every single little bit of that, and then cut the same size circle for the back piece as well.
And that's if you wanted to do it in, you know, in a metal sheet. If I wanted to do that in silver clay,
oh gosh, yeah, it takes a long
days
time,
and days. And then, knowing me, I'd pick it up and snap it. You know, because it's so dainty.
You mean like you did with Tracy's...
Oh, don't. Oh, my gosh.
Tracy's face.
Honestly, that was heartbreaking. We were on air and Tracy had done this gorgeous design. She was letting it dry and I picked it up and this face just cracks in half. Oh, it was awful. It was so
one
awkward.
of those moments you just want the ground to swallow.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But she was very good about it.
She was, yeah. And the crying. Or at least giving me a sly evil. Oh, it was awful. Live telly for you, eh? $9.95. They are flying out the door. Well done. Very good opportunity there. Grab them whilst you can. £9.95. That is so beautiful.
I think that's really nice.
I do. £9.25 it says on the label. Label?
You have done 2 shows though, my love.
Thank you. I've got the same one tomorrow.
Yeah, you have done 2 shows.
Can I just say, that is one of those bails that you can take off.
Yes, it's like a pinch bail. Oh, I like the back as well. I like the matte finish on the back.
So you could actually take it off, swatch it over.
It's like a frost. It's like a.
Do you want to build a snowman?
That's it.
Yes. We've just found out. We've just discovered something new. Pop your eyes on this in a minute once me gorgeous Decop comes back, because he's grabbing loads of goodies. So this is the side. This pinch bail though is one of those that you can unhook. So that's the side I've just shown you, but watch this. You can actually do this properly by taking the pinch bail off, but just as an idea.
Look at that. That's like Narnia.
Yes, it is.
Just like Narnia.
You can imagine that. Oh, what's he called?
Mr. Tumnus.
Guy with the feet, yes.
With the feet?
Yeah, he has got hooves. That's it.
Hooves.
Yes. That looks gorgeous.
That is fabulous, that. I really like this.
Whoa!
I think I'm going to go as far to say that with the silver, with this kit, my silver jump rings, this is my 3rd
favourite thing from the day.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not surprised. That's your high shine side. This is your matte on matte. Adam's just handed me a pot of sterling silver. Ooh, big spaces. Ooh. Well done, everyone, on that. We're going to have to get ones of them, ourselves ones of them. There is a big quantity to start off with, but they have been popular.
These are perfect for hiding your knot.
Why would you want to hide your knot?
Well, you don't want to see the workings of your elastic bracelet. You want to keep them hidden so that it's got that professional finish.
So where's the knot in your stretchy bracelets?
Underneath this one. So
underneath the big sterling silver spaces, just like these ones?
Just like that one, yeah. So it's exactly the same. It's just hidden underneath there.
And we always talk about sterling silver and, well, we always talk about stretchy bracelets. It is important to cover your knot.
It is, yeah.
And it, you know, especially if you're going to be gluing the knot, which we suggest you do, a little bit nail varnish or whatever.
Yeah.
And when you do sort of surgeon's knot or whatever, it can become quite bulky.
Yeah.
Covering it up.
Cover it up, yeah, and that's got a great aperture, so you'll be able to get that knot inside. And then what I tend to do is I put the knot over the elastic inside the bead, and then I, with my hyper cement glue, go through the other side and just fill it with even more glue.
That's brilliant.
So it's almost like glued to the inside of the bead as well.
Yeah, like it can't go anywhere. Yeah. A lovely finish with these. I'll show you that aperture because it's very, very sizable. You know, that looks like a 2-3 mil across to me.
Definitely, yeah.
You have got your 8 mil in size on these ones today, 925 solid sterling silver, and 3 big pieces to help you finish off those designs with elegance. How much do I think it'll be? I'm gonna guess 14.95. What's the gram weight? 1.9. 14.95, 12.95. No? No?
Oh, that's £1.30.
£3.95. £1.33 recurring approximately per one. That is a great price because, right, let's play it this way.
Yep.
Although I know you wouldn't do this, but use your imagination, pretend you would. If you were to make a bracelet like this, without any sterling silver elements, what might you sell it for? Let's say with the beryl, if you wanted to.
So we find my stretchy bracelets are without any silver on there. They're £15. They're £25 with just a few jump rings and 1 sterling silver bead.
That goes to show how much these can elevate the price.
Yeah. It's like putting a new kitchen or a new bathroom into your house. It's not just it doesn't add just the price of that kitchen that you paid. It can add like another
few grand.
100,000,
few grand.
100% onto there.
Yeah.
So by adding these sterling silver elements in, you elevate that design and make it more desirable to your client or to wear as well.
Gemma Quo, who actually, if you're watching and it's sort of 10 to 10. Ooh, cowboy time! I love this time.
10.
It's not actually 10 to 10. It's 10 to 9.
Oh. Disappointing.
But I do like cowboy time.
Yeah.
Even
It's like
around me in an hour.
Dentist time.
Yeah.
2:30.
Anyway, if you are watching and you're watching it live this evening, the morning show is going to take over in sort of an hour or so. But yeah, we had Gemma on this morning, and she says that if she's going to do something in a coated copper, or she's going to do the same sort of design in silver, and I'm talking minimal pieces, that's a double in the price situation.
Yeah.
Easy peasy, even if the silver haven't cost her that much, because people won't believe it's not the real deal.
Yeah, it's like if you change a pair of shepherd hooks over, your earrings might be £10 with silver plate, they're going to be nearly £20 with sterling silver.
Yeah.
Because you've got that perceived value over added value.
I know
it's two
exactly
different
what you mean.
things.
Yeah. £3.95 with a lovely sized aperture. Let's do some gemstones now. How would you describe that strand? Because I've honestly, genuinely not seen anything like it.
They're
I've seen
like
ones a bit like the
jewels.
Yes. You know the multi-beryl we did before?
Yeah.
Different to that though.
Yeah.
I'm used to seeing that sort of shape.
Yeah.
I'm not used to seeing this shape. Properly jewels.
They are like jewels, aren't they? Like off the Goonies, when they open the...
Scariest film possibly ever.
Do you think?
I mean,
no.
not really. I have seen scarier films.
What's shipped out and scarier than...
Oh my goodness, that is a petrifying film. Scream, that's quite scary as well.
That's not as bad as a rabbit with scars down his face.
No, that's true. All right, yeah, but that was a cartoon.
Yeah, still scary.
True that. These, though, aren't scary. We are bringing to you... We are bringing to you 17 by 11 millimetre jewellers. Now these are a real fetching gemstone that we've got here. Genuine Zambian amethyst gives you this striking splendour, and these really are striking.
They are.
With that sparkle, with that facet work, which is even on these. We don't tend to get to see an even facet on these. They're kept much more sort of organic, I would say. But these ones, yes, jewels. Like something you might uncover while searching, you know, a treasure chest of goodies. This is that really intense colour that is entirely natural. And this is going to be perfect, I think, whether you're working it with silver, gold or rose gold. Because that colour, that hue is rambunctious. You know, it's got a real oomph about it, hasn't it?
This one here, this is absolute. This one, my eyes keeps getting drawn to this one here. It's like almost like a trilliant shape.
Yeah.
But it can, you know, the light passing through that, you can really see that purple.
You really
That's
can.
a beautiful strand.
Blimey, £9.95. Wow.
See, I would expect to pay that for one of that on a head pin as a pendant.
Yeah.
I would pay that for that one piece.
Easily. That wouldn't make me bat an eyelid at all. Yeah, you've got that quality, that beauty and sizeability here. It's got real superb excellence to it. And honestly, I think for that price point, and let me just show you, because I'm thinking of grabbing these, decent sized drill hole on them as well, you know, so go on your normal head pins, which is great. I've got to move on because I'm squeezing some goodies in. With your first kit.
Yes.
If you've just tuned in, Fleur did this incredible first kit. There is something, I think, so elegant and simplistic. You don't have to do anything extra special with these.
It just elevates your, whatever you're wearing, it makes you look like you're ready now to go to the opera.
Yeah.
Not that you didn't look like you were ready to go to the opera before, but that's
I don't
sort
think
of
I'd like the opera.
I've been a few times. It's a bit screechy for me.
I love singing and I love dramatic designs and I love all the costume. I'm just wondering if because I can't understand it, will I connect to it?
Yeah.
I would definitely go though.
Yeah,
I would definitely
it's a real spectacle. It really is. It's amazing, but it's sensory overload for me.
I know what you mean.
I can't cope.
This looks glamorous just as it is. You can of course restrand this, pop a clasp on the back.
Yeah.
Be honest. Do you think it would be a silly idea to just wear this as it is if I was just, I don't know, nipping out to the shops? As in, I've not added a clasp to this, I've just twisted one over another at the back. Let me show you, that's all I've done. Like that.
If it's secure.
Because that is, I mean, I was just going to really jiggle then. I was going to get really jiggly. I'm not going to. But
you were going to give it a test.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. But I think that is really strong and secure. And I'm just thinking it's a little bit like when you buy an outfit and you keep the tags in because you're not sure whether or not you like it and if it's going to fit and everything else. It's a little bit like that. You might not have an idea in mind or time.
You could
for
walk around the house in it and see how, you know, just catch your reflection and see how it's looking with different
Yeah.
outfits.
Yeah.
Before you know what clasp, because you had a beautiful clasp on this morning.
Oh, which one?
The sterling silver with a cubic zirconia.
Oh,
Very
my
Art Deco,
goodness. Yeah, I
very
know the exact one
elongated
you mean.
Really
Yeah,
beautiful.
stunning.
But can you
With the
imagine
bar
that
across.
with one of those amethysts, just one in the centre?
Yes, I can.
That is beautiful together.
Yes, I can. £4.95 is just a great price point. You know, the likes of Chanel, of course, working with these for many, many years, and you know, Karl Lagerfeld back using them, actually. So it's fantastic to be able to bring this to you at such an affordable price with such a glamorous look as well. Okie pokey, let's chat the final countdown. In the last hour, what are we looking forward to, Fleur?
Beryl.
Yeah, she's on.
She's on.
3 strands of, we have both said it separately,
Yeah.
the best quality beryl. Also, we think the only popcorn chain necklace you've had on straight after the break. You cannot go anywhere, truly.
Buying from JewelleryMaker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewelrymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. JewelleryMaker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Our Jewellery Maker community is a fantastic platform to share, learn, chat and make new friends. So why not like our Facebook page and join over 64,000 like-minded people?
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
You can watch our Jewellery Maker show every day on our website by clicking the Watch and Buy Online link in the top right-hand corner of our homepage.
This is one of the sturdiest, strongest chains that there is. The popcorn chain. Now, what do we like about popcorn chain, please, Fleur?
I love the complexity of the look of the design, but I love the airiness to it. So it looks like it would be a really heavy, chunky thing to wear.
Yeah.
But it's actually a really beautiful, fluid, lightweight, but you can still feel the weight of it there, if that makes sense. It's not like a solid rope around your neck. It's got that nice airiness to it. But it's a real modern, cool look.
It is cool.
So it's a real cool necklace.
It's the type of design, and I do judge chains in this way, although it's a very odd way, it's just the way my mind works. I will judge the complexity of it by whether or not I could even get my mind around drawing that, and I couldn't.
No.
Pencil and piece of paper, I use them every single day. I've done since I was about 7, don't want to show off, but I have. But I wouldn't even be able to draw the chain links to this.
No, you wouldn't know. It is really
so
complex. It's like a Spiga meets a snake chain.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of
great description.
That kind of design together. It is. It's just absolutely beautiful. It really is. It's such a contemporary look.
Yeah, real contemporary and real unisex qualities too, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So let's say you were gonna make something for me. What would you pop on there?
I would do a beautiful chainmail pendant.
Gorgeous.
Because it would,
Gorgeous.
aesthetically, you know, the chunkiness of a chainmail pendant would look really nice against that kind of design. It's not the kind of chain that you'd probably put a 4mm round onto. You'd put a nice substantial pendant on there, you know, or maybe like one of Claire's wire work, like when she wire writes.
Yes.
Put like your initial on there, but quite big, quite
Beautiful.
quite bold.
And now what if you were going to use the same chain and make something for your hubster?
I think I'd just let him wear it just like that.
Yeah?
Because it is just...
So unisex,
it's so
isn't it?
unisex. It's so
You're right.
lovely. It's so substantial.
Yeah. And I've got to say, if you got that pendant that we did just before the break, this has
Tree of
almost
Life.
got that ice white
Yeah.
kind of colouring to it,
Yeah,
which
it
I think
has.
goes so nicely.
Yeah. It's like a matte silver, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I've got tomorrow some brand new connectors. Ones that you won't like because they're butterflies, and another that you will love because they're these half circlet of abalone and sterling silver. Have you seen them?
On the VT,
Tomorrow
yeah.
morning, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, they are
very
lovely.
special. But I'm imagining, you know, you could go for really open pendants with this, or quite dense and head-turning pendants with it all at the same time. I think it's just got such a beautiful finesse and feel, and I'll show you there too. Just to give you an idea.
See, look at that. It's such a substantial look.
Really is sturdy. Very substantial. Easy wear by itself. Add something to it. £10.95 usually. But can I ask you a question? Does tonight feel like a usual night?
No.
Probably not. First off, you've got me, and I'm not usually on the Late Show. And if you only watch the Late Show, you're probably thinking, who is this odd bod? Also, Fleur, you're not always on the Late Show either. No. And I'll be honest, you're probably thinking, who's this other odd bod?
Gee.
How would they let these two odd bods work together? These are just some of the questions rolling in your mind. You're obviously also thinking the prices tonight on incredible products have been a wow moment. Yeah. So, we're not going to stop with it now. We're going to get you prepared for what is truly one of my favourite kits of the whole day, if not of the whole week. I'm bringing to you your gorgeous chain at a should-be price of $10.95, but I'm not stopping there. We're going to give you a discount deal. Run to the phone lines, grab these whilst you can. JewelleryMaker.com. Can I just warn you, check out your baskets as quickly as you can if you're going to add this to them, because the phone lines are about to come in. £11 usually. $7.95 today for one of our most intricate of all silver pieces. That is beyond belief.
Do you know what I can see that going with? Do you know our beautiful amber pendants, amber and sterling silver, and this
So
one
true.
that's got a beautiful swirl of sterling silver. So it looks like an orb sat in a swirl of sterling silver. That a beautiful contemporary design with a contemporary chain. Look amazing.
I love that you could do that. Hey, I'm thinking too, I mean, this is a bit out there. Well, not really. I'm not going wild about it. But these connectors that I did earlier on, don't forget, I've still got the wire guardians, etc. coming up. But I'm just thinking, and the end of your clasp. This is coming up in a kit.
Oh, wow, that would be nice. That's beautiful.
Stunning. That is head-turning jewellery.
That, you would see that for above 3 figures on the high street.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, a shadow of doubt. This is coming up in my next kit with beryl. How many? 6 left? No, we've got more than that left. 60-ish we had to start with. But I'm actually going way into my 30s now because I've got loads of you in. Let's play the alliteration name game now. Okay. So you have to come up with a positive name to describe these people. I'll let you work on this one. That one there. We've got the Pretty Pat in with us. You're up next.
The stupendous Suzanne.
Ooh, you've got the angelic Angelina in.
You've got the pretty Patricia.
Love it. You've got the luxurious Linda in.
You've got the sumptuous Shirley.
Whoa, sumptuous. You've got... I'm trying to think of what page. You've got the honest Helena. Oh, because it begins with a her, doesn't it? Honest Helena. I like this game. I think it's fun. Right, come up with one for Frederick.
You've got the fabulous.
Fantastic. Frederick, I love it. What about Gail?
Glamorous.
Glamorous Gail. I've also got Ruth in with me.
I'll get there, hang on.
We should say that one. Fleur, you and your odd ideas.
It's after 9 o'clock though.
Rebellious.
Rebellious
Rachel.
Rachel.
We've also got in with us Deborah, Jane, Doreen, Sarah, Susan. We've got Ursula. Ooh, you. That's a good one.
Unbelievable.
Oh, unbelievable. Ursula's in. And so is Leslie and Carol and collectors from all over. We've got Victoria in. We've got a Kathleen in and a Veronica. Vivacious Veronica.
Yes.
Oh, you're all in. It's a good game, isn't it? It's a good game. But we've got to move on to the kit.
Okay.
I'm afraid. Not a huge amount of you with any chance of getting these ones because I've got loads of people buying 2s, 3s and 4s.
There's
Zoe. Right.
Go on.
Zesty Zoe.
Yes.
Ooh, Zoe loves her limes and oranges. That's why we call her Zesty Zoe. Anyway, okay, serious hat on now. Yeah. Because this kit is truly... We're kind of blown away by this, aren't we?
We are, yeah, it is. It's just the gemstone element of it. Well, everything really, but the gemstones are just out of this world. Really are.
Now, you actually had a hand in a way of creating this, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw the gemstone strands and I was talking to Marie about them, and I saw that we had some beryl tumbles.
Yes.
And I went into the office and I had a bit of a diva meltdown.
That is so not you.
I know,
you are not like that.
I'm not a diva.
No, not at all.
I don't have meltdowns.
No, you don't.
And I went, I want some beryl too. And then Marie went, I've got the perfect 3 strands for you then. And then I wanted more.
I don't just want the strands.
Yeah, I want more.
I want findings and a really nice stone silver toggle, and I want some threading materials. Yeah. Wow. What an incredible selection of your beryl you have got here. This, from my standpoint as an accredited jewellery professional, but as my standpoint as a crafter and a creative, I am ticking tick, tick, tick boxes on colour, hue, light translation, tonality, and I'm also ticking the boxes in workability because of the shape, workability because of the graduation in size, also the amount of getting, also the variation in that hue from a different point of view, drill hole on these, good size, the gemstone name itself. For me as a crafter and a creative to say I can work with beryl, boy, I'm happy.
And the same quality in all 3 sizes. Because sometimes when you get to a smaller size, you can lose some of that
oomph.
That power behind that colour.
And sometimes when it gets bigger, it could become so included and, you know, nothing's going on.
I mean, if we had a strand of Santa Maria Aquamarine, you would be seeing these darker blues within that, wouldn't you? You would see
exactly what I was going to say.
You know, you haven't got the clarity, you've not got the sparkle because it's not faceted. But for me,
hue
this
alone,
is more personal. This is more personally. This is more beautiful than that strand of Santa Maria.
Yeah,
I think
because it has a veracity, because it has a personality, and for me, I think it's real head-turning quality, isn't it?
It is. I mean, look at the greens. That green beryl is just, and some of them are quite like a heliodor.
Proper heliodor-like hues,
You know, yellowy green, you know, yellows to them as well.
Yeah.
And then you've got that morganite tone, which is just, some of them are peachy, some of them are sort of like more pinky. It's just the most beautiful 3 strands, I think, that we've done.
I completely and totally and utterly agree with that. And I've got to say, thank you for not stopping when you were just giving these strands. You really, really, really wanted quality, and boy, did you get it. So you've got in here your silver-plated findings pack, 100 pieces. That is a divine findings pack. You've got oodles of chain, you've got gorgeous clasp, you've got eye pins, head pins, chandelier earrings, and so much more, everything you've seen on screen. But then you went a step further and asked for sterling silver with this incredible embedded cubic zirconia that is just the most elegant clasp, of which, to me, all of that beryl is deserved.
Yeah. Can I be brutally honest?
Please do.
I was given something with this kit that I didn't believe would go very nicely with this kit, and it was a certain colour of silk that I didn't think would do justice to the gemstones themselves, which is why, you know, this kit then evolved into what you see now. And I've never really sort of said I'm not, and I did point blank refuse to put the 2 together because I think that they wouldn't have done each other a justice.
And the thing is, you are not usually like that.
No.
You know, some people will say, I don't want to work with that in that way, which is absolutely fine, each to their own. You aren't like that. You're like,
never
okay,
done that.
I can see the beauty in these things together. But you were obviously so overawed by the quality of these, you wouldn't let them get put with a colour that you didn't think was right.
No, I wouldn't. They are just too beautiful to not put with, you know, something equally as elegant. And I think with this sterling silver clasp, this is such an elegant clasp. It's such a beautiful clasp.
And you've got the threading pack in here as well, because we wanted you, even as someone brand new, to be able to get involved with this, to be able to join us on this. Remembering that if you join us today and you're a brand new buyer, you're opening a new account today, your first order, you will get 2 strands worth $19.95 for free. You have got everything here that you need to get your hands on, that you need for a stash topper upper, and that you need to make truly elegant, quality jewellery with. And now to get to the crux of the situation. And I know this sounds dead odd, but sometimes as a presenter, although I know it's my job, I actually feel a little bit sort of awkward talking about price points with certain things. And the reason is, for me, I am a presenter, but I've not done any training to be a presenter. You know, when it comes to sort of jewellery maker world, I am your newest presenter. You know, Elle, Carol, Lucy, Zena, etc. have been in the business for years. I haven't. I mean, I have now, but still, you know, relatively new to it. I look at things like this and my creative mind always takes over, and there are some times where talking about money and a connotation, it almost is a sideline, it almost doesn't matter. And that's what I think this kit is about. The beauty of this, the decadence with this, when you see your jewellery, you can see the effort, care, love and professionalism that this kit gives. And yet, of course, as a presenter, I do have to talk about price, and so I will now, because I truly think what you're about to see, whether you're brand new, a connoisseur, just a gemstone collector, you are going to get yourself an exceptional deal. Can I just let you know? Look at that price. Can I just let you know? Because this is so, so, so special. If you wanted to buy this trio of gemstone, I did write it down, I want to be 100% sure. If you wanted to buy these 3 strands, they have been on air at $49.95 for them alone. So actually, $49.95 for the 3 strands, or you pay £5 less or £5 less, and you get all of this for free, including a massive findings pack with 100 pieces, including that incredible clasp as well in sterling silver, and including meters and meters of your threading material. By the way, if you don't know what to do with the threading material, when you join us, get yourself on JewelleryMaker.com, watch our demonstrations. Guest designers use these all the time. That, for me, we were completely flabbergasted when we found out that price earlier on today.
I thought we would be touching like 3 figures with this one. I thought we would be like sort of like high 2 figures.
Oh yeah, $69.95 or something. I think we were discussing, weren't we?
The best thing about these 3 strands as well is when you get a graduated strand, you'll start at 4mm and you'll go to 8mm, but you'll get a couple of each size, and they'll be sort of like 4.5, 0.5. You've got a whole strand, so you know, quite an expanse of 4 mils, 6 mils, and 8 mils. And it's, for me, you know, that's what makes that these kind of like strands, these strand bundles, so amazing that you've got the same gemstone in 3 different sizes, and you've got enough of them to. So, I mean, I've rosary linked them, and I've used some 0.4 sterling silver
which
wire,
we've got coming up,
and they've gone so far. I had 4 of the pink morganite gemstones left, and I've used 3 on the, well, there's 5 on the bracelet because there's 2 at the back of the bracelet as well. That necklace is just all, you know, 925 sterling silver wire with those gemstones, and I've used the clasp at the back. If I just turn that around,
yeah, go ahead.
You can see
that is beautiful. Pick one piece and tell me how much you personally would charge for it. Fleur, lovely Hastings.
This one, because I'm probably more comfortable selling Viking knits.
Yeah, of course.
£70.
£70 for that. Brilliant. Brilliant. So affordable, so, you know, beautiful in its look and quality. 5 gemstones on it, £70.
Yeah, and that's all I've literally done is just... I've used a teeny tiny little bit of 0.8 wire just so that I could finish the ends off, because I wanted to make it,
smooth finish.
Look, you know, in keeping with the end. But yeah, £70 for that, and it probably took me about an hour to make.
It's astonishing the kind of price points you can get with this. Now, we are going to dive into the demo. Can I just check what my quantity is looking like now, Bea? I've got 50% of my stock gone at this point. So, can I just remind you that, and I did write that down as well, but I think I put it on the wrong piece of paper. If we were to split this up and to sell it all individually, it should have been over £70. So £45.95. That is incredible. It really is. So grab that whilst you can. Sterling silver wire to come up, as well as those cord ends, the wire end tips, amongst loads of other
Guardians
things.
of the wire.
Guardians of the wire, as well as much more. Speaking of which, you're getting your superhero hair back soon, aren't you?
I am my superhero hair back, yes, on Friday.
She's going back rouge, which suits you so much, I think.
And having all this cut off the
really
back.
does. You go.
Yes.
Oh.
Angular.
We are about to dive on into a demo, so bit of a wire work demo.
I know, I'm a bit nervous.
Don't be nervous.
The wire doesn't really like me. So
well, when you look at your pieces, you can't tell.
I've been asking it nicely to behave for me on live TV.
That's nice. It is sterling silver wire, and we are bringing you sterling silver wire in a bit. So we'll see how to use it first off.
So I'm going to show you how to rosary link, because sometimes rosary linking can be quite scary. to construct without jump rings in between or without elements. So connecting sort of like a link to a link and getting them all consistent in their size. So you can either use things like your bail making pliers, or you can use your round nose pliers. I tend to use my round nose pliers, but I noticed in the week we had some hollow, some step like looping pliers.
Yeah.
So you can use your looping pliers at all. What I tend to do is put a little, these aren't mine, I've had to take these out of the workshops, I've looked in my bag and mine are still on my workbench.
Okay.
But what I've done is, the ones at home, I've actually scribed a line across the two jaws of the size of the loop that I want to consistently make.
Got you.
Or if you don't want to scribe a line, you can pop a permanent marker on there.
Okay,
so what we've got is we've got some 0.4 wire, which is brilliant for wire wrapping your loops because it's a lot more forgiving than you think. So you can actually manipulate it into nice, sort of like uniform wraps every single time.
Okay.
The gemstones fit on there perfectly. The drill holes are absolutely great with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all attach my clasp, one end of my clasp onto my rosary link. So this one doesn't have a jump ring to sort of like connect together. It is all connected in the same piece. So I'm going to take about a couple of inches of my 0.4 wire, put my gemstone on already, take my round nose pliers, and I'm going to hold it just about less than a couple of centimetre away from the end of your round nose pliers. Now, these round nose pliers are tapered and they're conical, so it depends on where you actually make your loop, depends on how big your loop's going to be where you go on these jaws. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I've put my wire in my pliers are horizontal, I'm going to push the wire away from me on a 45-degree angle, so you can see there. What I'm going to do now is lift my pliers up so that they're now vertical again. So I've now got a free jaw. My wire's still in the middle of those jaws, so I've not moved that wire. No. I've just got a free jaw, and I'm going to bring that wire all the way over to the top until it can't go any further because the bottom jaw of the wire's in the place. And all I'm going to do is release the pressure on my pliers, lift them back up, so you've now got a free jaw underneath to be able to wrap that around. And my first loop is going to just make that nice spherical loop on the end of my pliers. So you can see I'm just using my fingers just to straighten that wire. When I take that out, you can see there I've got that nice perfect loop. Now at this point I need to add on my first element, so I can't add on my first element when I start to wrap this in place because it's going to capture it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my first element, and all I'm doing is I'm just very gently, like a jump ring, I'm not opening that circle up too far, but I'm just allowing that circle to open a little bit so that I can get my first piece in place. So I've not destroyed the circle, you can see the circle's still there, nice and neat. I'm now going to take my flat nose pliers, okay, and I'm holding onto that loop with the wire coming from behind out to the top. So the wire's gone underneath and to the top. And I'm now going to take that piece of wire, and because it's 0.4, it's very easy to do with your fingers. You don't need your pliers if you don't want to. And I'm going to wrap it 3 or 4 times. Now you can leave these little ends on just to make sure that you've got equal amount of wraps either end. But I tend to do 3.5 wraps around, and I've now got my first element attached in with a nice neat loop. Now at this point I can still go in there and I can still straighten it up in case it's just gone a little bit wonky. Take my cutters, my flush cutters, and I'm going to use the back of my flush cutters against the back of the coil and cut that away. Now this little piece of wire here, you can keep that, pop it into your scrap box. You can, a lot of places will take that to be weighed in as well once you've got enough of it. Or
could you pull the end of it?
You can actually put that onto a heat-proof block and sort of like a charcoal block. Put the heat on it and it'll go into a beautiful little spherical bead for you.
That's cool.
So you can use that, and then when we start to do soldering later on, then you can use that and solder that into place. So I've got my first little bit. Now I've got a little tiny bit of wire sticking up there, so I'm just going to take the time now just to squeeze that down, making sure that everything's done at this point, because once the bead's up against it, it's very difficult to get your pliers back in there. So just give that a little squish down. There we go. And now let that bead go all the way up to the top. And you can see I'm using the wire still on the reel. I've not cut any of this off, so it's the least waste the better. Now I'm going to hold this bead so that this loop is facing sort of like portrait, so it's facing this way on, because my next loop's going to be formed in the same way. So again, I take my pliers, using the same part of the pliers there, bend that plier away from you, bend the wire, sorry, away from you, release the pliers, let them go vertical, so you've got your free jaw to be able to wrap that loop around. Bring that all the way around till it can't go any further because the bottom jaws are in the way. Spin them 180 degrees, finish that loop off, and at this point then just straighten everything out, make sure everything's nice and straight, and then start your wrapping and keeping those wraps nice and neat. And what I'm doing is every time I'm wrapping them, I'm coming towards the handle of my pliers. So again, I'm going to do my 3.5 wraps round. Now what you can do, if it's looking a little bit like it's not nice and neat and they're not sitting directly next to each other, just give it a gentle squeeze with your flat nose pliers, cut that off, and there we've got our first element with exactly the same amount of loops either side in place. We've got our first element in place. Okay?
Fab.
So then what we're going to do is take our next gemstone, and I didn't sort of like look at the colours and sort of like, I let the colours just, I just literally picked them up. And always making sure that you put your next bead on in place. Again, exactly the same, I'll just go a little bit faster this time. So I left a couple of inches there at the top, push the wire over, pliers up onto a vertical, bring that wire all the way across so you can't go any further, lift the pliers 180 degrees, form that first circle, make sure all this is nice and straight. Don't then do this wrap loop because we've got to add our next element on. So the element that we've just made then goes in place. Just gently open that circle a little tiny bit so you're not distorting the circle. Use your flat nose pliers to hold both of those elements, and you see I'm clamping down on that loop that's underneath, so nothing's going to move underneath. Keep that wire nice and straight. And you can get into, you know, quite a good rhythm making these. They don't take as long as what you think. I'm terrible if it's one loop slightly bigger than the other one, I'll cut it off and start again. But you know, start with you're not a machine. I think that's what I'm trying to say. You're not a machine. This is a handcrafted piece of jewellery. So you know, you do want to have it looking like, you know, it's been handcrafted, rather than, you know, machine made, because we can buy machine made chains, and we want that nice handcrafted look. So again, on the second loop of this one, and I'm just making sure that that's nice and straight there. So just making sure, and again, bringing that wire around, and then start your wrapping all the way down. Now, every time you wrap, you're bringing that wire up towards those pliers, all the way down, till it's nice and straight. At this point, before you cut anything off, making sure that that's nice and straight. What can happen is this loop goes on a bit of an angle. When you cut the wire off, you're going to have a gap. So make sure that everything's nice and straight before you start taking your cutters and cutting that section off. So I've now wire wrapped 3 elements in place, and all I've wasted, if you want to call it waste, is those 2 tiny little bits, because you're working from the reel, and you've then got your next little elements in place there. And you literally carry on. And what I did is I did all of the 4mm, all of the 6mm, and then just, I think there's 5 or 6 of the 8mm there in the middle. And basically all I did was put them all onto the wire, and then just did a 1 wrap loop on one end, and then just keep crisscrossing backwards and forwards so you get the look that you want. And then just because it's 0.4 wire, manipulate that wire so it's sitting nicely over the top of each one, and then just carry on with your... Now what I would say, if this is your first time at Rosary Lincoln, start with one end, get all the way around to the other, and then start again at this end, because when you're trying to wrap and you've got a really long chain, it can get a little bit tangled.
That's a really
so
good
do
tip.
it in little sections if you want, and then just add the last 2 together.
Thank you so much for showing
That's
us
all right.
that. Well done to every single one of you who've checked out on there. Over half of my stock has gone at this point. Just to remind you, these 3 strands of genuine, stunning, natural beryl together should be £50, $49.95 if we're being specific. £50 worth of gemstone there. But then you get that gorgeous clasp, you get that wonderful set of your findings, and you get all of this incredible must-have essential. Now, we saw this phenomenal wire work technique that we refer to as rosary linking. If you are learning to do that, or you just want to get in with that trend, you're going to need a lot of sterling silver wire. And we are going to make this massive amount so good. We've called it a bye-bye. Yeah. I'm just doing a little bit of weighing on my sterling silver. Get back here, you.
Wow.
6.5 grams.
That's a lot of sterling silver.
That is a lot of sterling silver. Do it again. Away up. Get here, you. Wriggles. That's what I call you, innit, Fleur?
All the time.
6.46, but actually, you know, let's say 6.5. 6.46 plus 6.46 is a bit too much. So let's say sort of, you know, 12 to 13 grams worth we've got in here, because I've got you 2 sets. Now that is a lot of weaving wire, but we need a lot of weaving wire, don't we?
We do, yeah. So if you're a wire worker and you're doing these beautiful, intricate designs, I think Gemma was doing a beautiful design this morning with that sterling silver wire, you're going to need a lot of this. So you need more of this than you do of your structural wire, because your structural wire you only need for the amount that you're making, whereas this has to go around lots of times.
Yeah.
Same with your Viking knit. I mean, the Viking knit bracelet that I've done, that's taken 6.5 meters of wire to actually make that one bracelet. So it's, again, 0.4 is perfect if you're learning your Viking knit. It's absolutely beautiful. It's such a fluid wire to work with.
Yeah. And you do need to get that intricacy, and we're talking about sort of the density of some of these designs. To get that density, to be able to get just shy of 13 grams of precious metal, to be able to do that, isn't just helpful or useful, it's essential.
It is, and it's very strong as well. I think people think in their head that 0.4 wire would be, I don't want to say weaker wire, but you know, like not as structural as it could be. But it is actually quite a structural piece. If you wanted to put your slider element in the middle with gemstones, you could do your wrapped loops either side of a gemstone bar for that, and that would be very, very strong.
It has got something of a must-have feel to it already. Not only with the gram weight, but with the amount, 5 meters on each spool. As we said earlier on, if you're going to be doing a weave... So Gemma Crow did in her second kit today, she had one kit that had this really gorgeous connector and shell pearl, and then she had this second kit on the morning show, which is going to be repeated after this show, whereby you get loads of sterling silver wire, and she did this really beautiful ring, and she showed us the technique, and then she balled the ends with, you know, if you've never seen that before, literally balling the ends, whoop, so that you have lovely stoppers on there, and they were stunning. But she'd done these really intricate, because we gave her 2 kunzite cabochons, if you can believe, in this kit. So she'd done a lot of wire weaving on these designs to set them in place and to keep them locked in. I would say that to be super secure and to really elevate those designs and to make sure you know they're not going anywhere, this is a great addition to that kit. It's a great addition to this kit. In fact, it's a great addition to the first kit that we had with that brand new connector and stuff like that. This is a stash topper-upper that is perfect, no matter if all you've bought today is one kit or a chain or a charm. You know, you've got something useful to be done with these, haven't you?
You have, and you're always going to use, like you said, whichever medium you're working with, even if it's something like your kumihimo and you want to do your sort of like a spiral at the end with your gizmo coils, or you want to do, I know Claire's got a DVD coming out soon where she triple gizmos to make a Christmas tree. They're really cute, really cute. But you could use that for your gizmo coiling. You can actually make your own French wire from 0.4 wire. You know, it's a bit chunkier than the French wire that we have, you know, that's ready-made, but you can make your own sterling silver French wire.
Which is very, very exciting to be able to bring, because we don't always provide it.
Yeah. No, we've never done sterling silver French wire.
It is just so lovely to be able to bring it to you in this amount and for this price.
That's very good.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Very good. So, do me a favour, B Diddy, grab out that gram weight again to remind me. 12.92. So 1895 divided by 12.92. How much is that per gram is basically what I'm trying to work out.
Do you know what?
Approximately £1.46. Now, if you go on at the moment to, you know, your wholesale locations and you're just buying basic silver, you know, before it's created into any designs or anything else like that, on your silver price websites, etc., £1, what was it again? £1.46. Love no money springs to mind. That is astonishing.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And the fact that you've got, I know sometimes that we do, or you can buy metre lengths. So you have to buy like 5 or 10 1 metre lengths. Well, that's okay, but you've got a lot more waste involved in buying it in that kind of way. Or equally, if you were to buy 10 metres, that can be a little bit uncontrollable sometimes, because if it gets all kinked up and it's not sort of like behaving as it should be, it's easier to deal with it in the 5 metre reels, I find. Like I say, you know, to do something like Viking knit, you do need quite a lot of meterage.
And you have got meterage upon meterage. For 10 metres, it is just $18.95. You have been waiting. We are about to provide to you one of the things that Fleur and I did on our Rebecca Redican Presenter Facebook Live today, because we were so excited to see them back. This is the only time I've seen them by themselves in, genuinely, I actually don't think I've done these for you since we've had our studio this way. And we've had it this way for, what, nearly a year maybe? This is so exciting. These, if you are into your pearl knotting, if you are into your wire weaving, if you are into your corded designs, these are a total and complete must-have. Fleur, can I ask you to show us quickly how you use these? Yeah. You are an angel. Because they don't look like much. Like we've said, you said they look like headphones, didn't you? Yeah. From what I remember, several times.
1980s
headphones.
Yeah. Headphones.
Which are back in, actually, aren't they, those headphones? Yeah. You have got here your sterling silver wire end tips, or your guardians or whatever. These are going to give, for example, your pearl knotted element strength, security, because the way I would break this down to you, which is really a basic thing to say, is basically, and we'll show you how to use these in a second, basically you are going to use these so that your silk or cord, whatever it might be, goes up through one of these little loops, crosses over the back, as you can see, and then flips out of the other side. And what that is going to do is it's going to stop, for example, your silk. If you imagine using a bit of silk and a bit of a metal clasp. Silk, clasp. Which of those, over time, do you think is going to win out? Do you think the silk's going to bury away at the sterling silver clasp? No. If you have silk with sterling silver against sterling silver, you are adding to the longevity, the legacy, in a way, legacy opportunities of your pieces. It's these really are a fantastic thing to have, aren't they?
They are. They're very, very professional in the way that they end your pieces as well. So I've just got some silk here, and I'll just quickly show you how you can use them. So I've just popped on a crimp bead, but I would use something like a 2 or a 3, a 3 or a 4 mil sterling silver bead if you have any.
Yeah.
If not, your crimps are absolutely fine. Yeah. So I've put that on first. I'm then going to take the needle, or if you can use this with your wire as well. Great for your 0.4 wire. And like Becky said, they're there to create a barrier between the silk or whatever you're using and the actual finding itself. So I've just gone up through one side of that little headphone. I'm now going to take my clasp, because you can actually put your clasp straight onto here as well. So if I just take one of the clasps that you got with the kit, my hands are all in the way now.
Don't worry, it's fine. We know what you're doing.
Hang on.
Yeah, good.
Come on.
Yeah, flip that through. Yeah, I'm a
Just
little
open
chicken
it up a
nugget.
little bit.
Solid stone silver these are, please don't forget. Wow, by the way, allocation has gone through the roof. So do you know what? I may well grab the price in. Is that all right, B? Because allocation's gone through the roof. $4.95 for 20 of these. If you're going to be using one on either side of your you know, pearl knotted design, your wire work, and whatever it could be, you are taking that to the next level.
Yeah, you
$4.95 for 20. That's 10 pieces of jewellery, easily.
So I've just gone through the actual loop as well, and I'm now going to go back down through the other side of that wire guardian, bringing that silk all the way down. And then where's the little crimp bead gone? And then finally, I would go back through my crimp bead, or my metal seed bead. I appreciate my hands are in the way. It's just that this is quite
We know what you're doing.
little.
You're describing it really well.
And if I bring that all together, can you see now? And all I would do at this point now, can you see that that's quite wide? That crimp, that wire guardian.
The guardian, yeah.
I just give that a little squeeze, and because they're sterling silver,
Yeah.
and there you go. You've got now
Look at that.
your silk. You can see the blue silk
Yeah.
running through that channel that's on the outside, but none of it is rubbing against this sterling silver or this silver plated clasp or whatever you're putting onto there. And you've got a really beautiful, I think, very contemporary but clean ending to your piece. Then all you would do is then tie your knot here. You could pop a crimp cover over here. Yeah. Don't be tempted to squish these down as crimps, the two end sort of like holes at the end, the two that look like crimps here. They're there just to create that sort of like guide round that little
otherwise
tunnel.
they'd just fall off, wouldn't they?
And then all you do, if that was beading thread, you could crimp that little crimp bead down. And I think for me, you've got a real professional finish there, which is really substantial. And do you know what? It's a lot easier to actually do your pieces up when you've got something like this, because you've got something to hold on to. Yeah. Especially if you've got a small bolting clasp. It's very difficult to sort of like hold them onto them. But
less fiddly. Yeah,
a lot less fiddly. But yeah, that's how you would finish them.
And I know this, again, sounds like a very small thing to point out, but these are 0.05 of a gram in each one. So by using 2 of these, you are adding, approximately 0.10 grams to your piece. And everything needs to be totaled up. You know, if you get it valued, they will literally think about every single finding of sterling silver and price it accordingly.
And these are the only way that we can do it, JewelleryMaker, as well as the culottes, to actually get a full sterling silver piece. Yeah. So because our French wire isn't sterling silver, it's silver coloured or silver plated. This is the only time that if you were going to go and get your pieces hallmarked, for instance, this is the only time with the culottes that you can actually say, yes, this is all sterling silver all the way through. And the thing is, because you're not crimping them, if you do need to take them off for any reason, say to change the clasp, your wire guardians don't get damaged. Yeah, of course. So you could, in a year's time, use exactly the same wire guardians that you've been using sort of like a year ago. You haven't destroyed them. It's not like a crimp bead where you have to discard it once it's gone.
I would say hello to you, but my tablet's locked me out. I don't know how to log in. I'm not that way, am I, Kerry? I'm not that technologically minded, am I, Kerry?
Not to log in?
Yeah. Mary, Paula, Jeanette, I'm being told. Audrey's in. Teresa's in. Anna's in. Frederick, Jenna, Helen, many people. Loads of you.
So you can even, like I said, you can even use it with a 0.4 wire. So the channel, I think, goes up to about a 0.7 or a 0.8. So it'll actually take a 1.1 millimetre wire, but I wouldn't use a 1 mil wire on this. No. But that's with a 0.4 sterling silver wire, exactly the same. So you can see what could have been quite a vulnerable part to that design is now had its guardian.
Yeah.
Its little
To look
guardian.
after it.
Yeah. It's like the Hulk.
If you had a guard, you love Hulk, don't you?
I think I've got a thing with green people. I love Elphaba from Wicked.
Yes.
I love Maleficent.
Yes.
And I love Hulk.
Right, wow.
I think I've got a thing with green people. I like green people.
Well, I never. Hey, I bet
I like
you...
Gamora as well.
I bet
Yeah.
I was going to say Gamora, and I bet
Yeah.
you fancied that when we were watching Flintstones earlier
Yeah.
on. Didn't
Yeah,
you?
the little alien
The little
one.
alien
Yeah.
one. Oh, you're a weirdo. £4,095. I love your oddness, I really do. It makes me feel at home.
Yeah.
£4,095. There are loads of you. The next thing I'm about to bring you actually isn't in the studio, but I am going to bring it to you. Just remember, hold those phone lines. Now, I am aware you're in a bit of a queue right now. We're talking about a minute and a half wait at the moment. So if you have just dialed in, set yourself for that. But it's a free phone number. Do you remember? It's a free phone number. And when you get to the front of the queue, you may well be able to get this beautiful Stardust connector. Now, I haven't got it in the studio, so we'll just do it from Le Recording. But isn't that lovely? All done and dusted for you. Done and dusted for you.
That's really nice, that.
So, this is going to go across approximately 28 mil. So, I'll get my ruler out just for, you know, just to give you an idea. I mean, I know it's not that helpful, but a little bit of context goes a long way. Here we go. We're talking this long in length, approximately. So, a nice size bar, that.
Do you want me to...
Yeah, go on.
28.
Yeah, so about there.
That's a big
long connector.
That's a big expanse, isn't it?
So, if you think of that...
So that wasn't a very good way of showing that kind of length, was it? No, it's rubbish.
Oh, my mind's
Shall
blown.
I go now?
Please do not go anywhere. But I love that connector in between my tomorrow morning Star Buy. I've got this coming up. Actually, is it my first product? Or is it a Star Buy in the first hour? 8:15, I think it is. This slider that I've got coming up for you. But yeah, if you did that connector that you're buying now onto this style, by the way, if you're watching and it's live, which means it is a Saturday evening, 21:47 approximately, we're about to go back into, after the show, this morning show with the gorgeous Gemma quote. By the way, first, 12 products, isn't it? We're under 10 quid. But if you're watching on Le Loop, then straight after the break, you're going to see me again. But this time, I'll be sat with Mark, and we are going to be doing, in that first hour, this slider bracelet. So just want to let you know of that. We're going to bring it to you at a very special 8:15 price point. But yeah, that bar that's on your screen right now, in between here, is going to look divine.
It's 10 to 10.
10 to 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I love cowboy time. It's my two favourite times of the day. It really is. £6.95 reduced to £4.95. Just because we can't show it to you in real life in the studio, get it back home. 30-day money back guarantee. So on a post-in packaging from midnight to midnight. So if you're brand new and you're like, oh, I'm so excited to get those 2 brand new strands, because if you are a new purchaser, today you will get entered, well, no, not even entered into a draw. You had those entered into the draw on my morning show kits this morning with Gemma. But yeah, no, you get a free customer, you will get 2 strands.
You'll get a free customer as well.
Oh, a new friend.
It's like a swap shop.
You will get 2 new strands worth £19.95, which is really not in the person. And that is a really good deal, genuinely. But even if you're just in today and you're brand new, please remember that post-in packaging is £3.95 whether you buy one thing or 101 things. Which is brilliant.
I did. Do you know, I wanted
bits
2
as well
pairs
today.
of shoes, and the postage went up to double for 2 pairs of shoes.
That's so annoying.
I didn't buy them.
Yeah, yeah. I think you've got the opportunity of really making the most of that postage packaging.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
And just going for it.
Yeah.
Because the way my mind works, you can do it your way, but sometimes my mind will either go, right, I've bought 2 products now, so that's £2 postage each.
Yeah.
I've gone 3 now, so it's $1 each. And by the end of the day, it's working out pennies per item.
Yeah, it is.
Or you can just go, first purchase, $3.95, done, and I'm done.
Yeah.
You two are absolutely hilarious tonight. Becky, you definitely need to do more extra long days because your sense of humour goes wild. Do you know what?
It's an insight into Becky's mind.
It is partly the long hours, but it's also partly just the fact that it's like B Diddy producing. So she just is like, oh, that is so Bex of you, and just lets me be slightly ridiculous. And also, your peculiarity
Don't blame me.
it's just bouncing off, isn't it? It is. It's like when you put Dumb and Dumber together. Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Would you be Jeff Bridges, or is it Jeff Bridges?
I'd be Beautiful. Who's that? That is not from the film. It's Jim Carrey. Because he's in Dumb and Dumber, isn't he?
He is, yes.
Yeah?
Yes, he is.
Also, I've got hilarious Adam. Tell us a joke, Adam. Tell us a joke. Go on.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, don't stitches. I can't help it. Got the giggler second Kerry as well. I won't say tell us a joke because, quite frankly, we just won't be able to control ourselves. I am about to head on in to something you might call the star by any of the day, but we're not going to yet. Oh, these are beautiful. You're going to like these flowers.
Oh, they're
Bees caps. Oh, jinxed. No, you can really speak. Have you got a middle name?
Louise.
Ah, yes, I do remember.
Same as every child of the 70s.
Not everyone.
No, not everyone.
My uncle was born in the 70s.
Was his middle name
Paul.
not Louise?
No. Look at these. Oh, yay. I love it when you do stuff like this. It's so nice to be able to see just quick, boom, boom, bobbity bob. Look at that. Little barrel hat.
Perfect for a 6mm.
We did the 6mm in that collection before. I think these bead caps look a little bit like Fabergé eggs.
Yes,
you know,
they
on
do.
the Fabergé egg,
Yeah.
they have that ornate stand and the topper, don't they? That is what these are like.
Yeah, they are. These are beautiful. I've not seen bead caps for such a long time, and especially not in sterling silver. They
Yeah.
are absolutely gorgeous.
It's a really good point to
And
make.
I like the fact that they are, like you say, they're not too overcomplicated. They're definitely a flower, but they're not too filigree or fancy.
Yeah.
They're just a nice design.
Simplistic.
Yeah.
Good, you're recording. Someone had a lovely afternoon laying them out. You have got here the pack of 20. So that could do top and bottom, 10 beads, but you don't have to do them top and bottom on your designs. You've got your pack of 20, it's 925, solid sterling silver. We have been so busy. There is a queue on the phone line again for these ones. £6.95 is your deal on these ones today. And that is, again, as I say, for 20. I haven't done you any sterling silver bead caps yet today, so it's brilliant to be able to bring these ones to you. Drawing to a close on our sterling silver shows. £6.95. I will just remind you that, because I know you are in a queue, and I know we have been in a queue quite a lot of this evening, but it's worth the wait. It's a free phone number, and some things are low in stock. And just remember, whilst you're waiting in a queue, you may well think about going on to JewelleryMaker.com and just having a look at what other things we've had on today, like the connoisseur cleaners, etc. If you are new,
Wow.
today, a free gift, I'll just read it for safety. Free gift for every new customer selected at random. 2 beautiful strands of gemstones automatically added to your order when you make your first order, worth $19.95. Now, if you are brand new, DVDs are going to help you through.
Oh, lots of different mediums as well.
Mixed mediums.
Wow. So you help you to find which ones this one's fantastic.
Is this McDonald's?
Yes, I think this is.
I think it is.
This is the McDonald lady.
You might not have been able to get this before.
But this is going to show you everything that you need, especially with the beryl kit that we've just done, with your crimps, your crimp covers, how to put your clasps on, how to open and close a jump ring. Perfect.
Yeah, that is fab. So just on this DVD alone, the DVD will guide you through everything. It gives you an introduction to Jewellery Maker, introduction to tools, findings, it gives you binding materials, it gives you your earrings, your bracelet, your necklace, and so much more. You're also getting in here the wonderful chips and nuggets with wire DVD. You've got more chips and nuggets in the DVD. This one, what's this one showing you? Oh, this is a really cool one. Ladder weave and 3-strand plait crochet, as well as so much more. And also your seed bead gemstone, seed bead with your seed bead DVD as well. Again, absolutely loads that teaches you. These are around about an hour long each, and today we're doing a welcome one and all introductory price of $9.95.
That's fantastic.
That really is.
Very, very
If I
good.
came to a 3.5-4 hour workshop, it wouldn't be $9.95, would it?
No,
Understandably.
Each one of those DVDs is probably a workshop's worth. So Claire's just done an introduction to jewellery making today. That would just be covered on one DVD.
Yeah, she did, yeah. That's right. A brilliant opportunity. What a brilliant show. Highlight of your show, Fleur?
New jump rings.
Yeah. Mine was jump rings or that second kit, actually.
Beryl and the Tree of Life pendant.
And, yeah, talking
and your
about...
hilarious bar-bye.
Oh, yeah, and you drying your clothes on the new cross trainer.
That's it.
It's been a royal rhubarb of a day. Look at you if you're on the repeat. You get to see me in the morning show. I'm going to see you on the other side of this. Thank you, Fleur.
Thank
You're
you,
a love.
my love.
I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Did you know no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging? Select our standard delivery for just $3.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for $5.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.